And we're live. Good evening, gents. How are we doing?
Yeah, doing good.
Doing well.
Good.
Sipping
Assumingly you've
You drinking in the afternoon, Richard?
Why not?
It is Sunday, isn't it?
It is Sunday.
Yes. Yeah.
get away with it.
Yeah. Good health to you.
I would have a drink.
Our live stream has started.
I have no alcohol. I've drank all the alcohol. Cups of coffee, I think it's going to be.
Keep you going.
So we've compiled our top 10. How easy was it, or how difficult was it?
Well, I've gone rogue.
Yes, I've heard. Yes.
So no Status Quo tonight, no Marillion, and no Genesis, no Pink Floyd.
I'm just wondering what it's going to show.
I'm surprised about Quo. I mean, come on, it's Quo. It's your favourite.
I don't know my favourite artist, but I showed Quo all the time.
You just want to refresh the list, the top 10.
Yeah, I mean there are some of my old favourites in there, but none of my usual suspects.
And for me, I thought I knew the UK list was going to be pretty easy. Actually, it would be like cutting it down to 10 was going to be hard. The US list was a bit of a challenge, but it proved to be easier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I think my American, I have got quite a lot, but it's what to show, and yeah, there are some old favourites in there. You can't, that you've got to show, and there's some sort of stuff that I've got into again.
Have you stayed in like a particular era, space and time, or have you kind of expanded all over the place?
Well, most I would say I've got some bits from the 80s, but most of it's 70s, and we even go into the 50s. So,
I bet I know you're going to show.
Yeah, from the going into the 50s.
Mine goes from the 50s to the current day.
Yeah.
Yes, mine too. So yeah, Michael, if you are watching, just click on the link and join us if you want to join us. If not, don't worry about it. We will take it from here. So, Richard, being that you are the only American on here, I'll give you the choice of what do you want to show first, British or American?
I'm going to get one of the British out of the way because everybody knows what I'm going to show.
Right, so let's just show all British at first, and shall we? We'll show our 10 British, and then we can move on to the American records.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah, she's in the right place. So.
Who would like to go first? We'll let Richard go first.
I'll go first. All right. We got to get this guy out of the way. You know who it's going to be. Of course, it's Gary Numan. Duh. It's a huge duh. Yeah. Massive Gary Numan fan from day one. This was my entry point. Backtrack to Replicas and the Two-Way Army stuff, all the way to the present day. And literally, the man just released yet another frickin' live album.
So, I'm not. No, I'm not doing.
You're going to have to review all of them again, Ian. Just saying. This is Numan 1000. It was recorded at the Electric Ballroom in London in 2003, his 1000th show, which I thought was interesting. It took that long to get to 1,000. I know other artists that tour relentlessly that got there pretty quickly within a few years. But anyway, Gary Numan, hugely influential. For me, worldwide, the man's a legend. But, for others, it's like, I can't stand his voice. He sounds whiny. He's this, he's that. Hugely influential for me. This kind of turned my music world on its ear in big ways and just kept pointing me to new music ever since, the 80s. And I would just discover things from this to other synth pop acts to, he went his industrial route in the 90s, still doing that. The man is older than I am and is probably wilder on stage than what would probably make me pass out if I tried to do it. But yeah, Gary Newman would be probably my number one pick for British artists. Absolutely love him. Love the hits, love the non-hits, love the good albums, love even the not so good albums. But yeah, Ian, you gotta start all over, man.
Yeah, I mean, I have heard it. I have listened to it, and it is damn good. His live albums are always he delivers every time on his live albums. You're right, though. I mean, back when we first heard Our Friends Electric, it just totally blew us all away.
Yeah, still stands out well today, doesn't it? That track.
Yeah, it was just, what is that sound?
Yes, and that voice, and that, I mean, he had this Android machine music phase.
Yeah, I mean, we were sick of disco, and punk was sort of gone.
Yeah.
We needed something to go under that, that. Where did that?
I can listen to that again and again. And every time I hear it, I get something new from it because there's so much going on there, isn't there? And you think, I didn't hear that before. I didn't notice that. And you get these little nuances that you don't always notice.
No, there's that little guitar riff that no one remembers. That is actually that melody that the keyboard bit actually wouldn't be the same without it.
Oh, totally.
No,
totally.
It is. Yeah. Well, yeah. He's a damn good artist, and he's a national treasure. In my book.
Good choice. Good choice.
Thank you.
Well, you can't go wrong, can you? Ian, would you want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next.
We'll go around that way.
So, as you know, I like Purple and all Led Zeppelin and all that. But there's a band that doesn't get as enough love, and it should do. And that, of course, is Uriah Heep. Now, this is their 1972 album, A Magician's Birthday. It's an absolute dynamite album. Roger Dean did the cover, of course. Open it up, we've got the full... Just classic Roger Dean, and then you open it up and you got the band at the time: David Bryan, Ken Hensley, Gary Thwane, Mick Box, and Lee Kerslake, Ken Hensley. And of course, it's got The Magician's Birthday on here, and all these good tracks. Let's have a look at Tales is on here, another favourite of mine. Sweet Lorraine. I've seen this band about 5 or 6 times. First time I saw them was with Pete Golby. I've seen them more with Nicky Box. I mean, I saw the great Trevor Boulder. I've seen with Lee Kerslake as well. And Magician's Birthday, 1972, when they were at their very, very best. And they get forgotten about because we had Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin. But these are another of those sort of rocky, proggy bands that gets totally forgotten about in the music world. That was my first choice. Love this band.
Did that cover make your top covers list?
It just missed out, this one did, but it is up there.
That's really nice.
It is. It's a super design from Mr. Dean.
Cool.
Yes.
Right, my first choice, and this is not in any particular order, of course. It's a band I love, and it's an album I absolutely adore. The Sussex band Keane. This is the album Hopes and Fears, came out in 2004. It is an absolute masterpiece, in my opinion, and still holds up, if not even stronger now than what it was before. Quite a few of the songs are featured in many TV programming over the years and adverts and so forth. Different kind of covers been made, but from the start to the finish, this album is superb. didn't quite hit the heights again after this album. They kind of, I don't know, kind of took a bit of a different journey, I suppose. Kind of lost a little bit of their, I don't know, edge, I guess. But they still create good songs and still create good music, but it's just not quite as good as this album. But, I don't think they ever will do. But the band I want to mention in my top 10 is one of my favourites. So yeah, Keane. There you go.
I love that album too. That is a really good one. I saw them on that tour here.
Did you?
Yeah. I think I got into Keane. I think one of their songs was played on Grey's Anatomy, and Grey's Anatomy was really big for just having little snippets of songs. People are like, "Ooh, what is that?" You learn about Editors and Snow Patrol and Keane and a whole bunch of others.
Yeah, there were so many good bands around at that when, on the scene. Then you just mentioned Snow Patrol. They were all, but they got sort of swallowed up with the Blur and Oasis thing and Pulp. But I reckon Keane are far better than Pulp.
Yeah. It was a tough decision whether to choose Keane or Travis. I was in between the two.
Ooh.
See, that's another good band of that era.
Yeah, there was not much in it, but I thought, well, I'll give it to Keane, but they're a Sussex band as well, I'm from Sussex.
Your home county, so yeah.
Lots of it. So, okay, Richard.
Back to me. So are we alternating? Are we doing Britain and then states, or are we vacillating back and forth?
We'll stay with Britain.
Got it. All right. Fair enough. So let's go from the 70s Newman era to current. So in the last 20-some years, especially in the early 2000s when bands like Keane were coming up, I really started getting into up-and-coming bands overseas for me. And the Twilight Sad was really high on that list, and they still are. Robert Smith of The Cure cites this band as his favorite, and he's had them open for several of the last few Cure tours with justifiable reason, because their soundscapes are very similar as far as having kind of dark lyrical content that's pretty heavy. But at the same time, for me, it has that shoegaze reverb, tremolo type thing going on too that makes me happy, because that's the type of music I really like. So Twilight Sad are from Scotland. They are amazing. All of their artwork is done by band members in one way, shape, or form, and it's always has this kind of weird thing. One of their albums has a child standing over his mother with a knife, and he's wearing a mask, and she's asleep, or I can't remember what it was, but yeah, it's like, whoa, what is this? The cover art alone draws you in. You stay for the music because it's so addictive. I absolutely love this band. So they have just released a new single. So they have, I think they're on the works of a new album, which I'm very excited about. This was definitely my favorite, called Nobody Wants to Be Here and Nobody Wants to Leave. Amazing band, The Twilight Sad.
Yeah, I recall you sharing that before. I must have a look at that and investigate.
Well, it says it all if Robert Smith thinks they're the best band, so that's...
I would say that's high praise.
Yeah, if Robert Smith says you're good, you must be good.
So. Right then, Ian.
Right, one of my sort of favourite bands, I know I'm a headbanger, but I do like folk. And one of my favourite folk rock bands, of course, is Steel Eye Span. Now, this is the Rogues of Parcels album from 1973. And this reminds me of a Victorian men's gentleman lavatory. The tiles. That's what they are back in the day. In a scene, you've got the band at the time, which was Tim Hart, Bob Johnson, Rick Kemp, Peter Knight, and of course Maddie Pryor. Some great songs on this. one misty, moisty mornings on here. The ups and downs, the Weaver and the Factory Made, which is one of my favourites. It's a really excellent folk rock album, and I love the cover. It's one of the best covers they did.
Did Mike get you that one?
I don't know if it was Mike or me, but I got it in Leeds anyway.
Right.
Yes, I've got most of my folk music, Steel Eye Span albums came from Leeds.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an excellent album. I actually had it on today.
Yeah.
I just didn't bother to put it away.
Well, why not? You're going to have to be using it. Might as well.
Yeah, so there we go. Parcels of Rogues by Steel Eye Span.
That's all.
Another pretty impressive album cover, that one too. So I had never heard of Steel Eye Span until I started mingling with this particular group, especially your Thirsty Crowd, because they talk about that endlessly.
Yeah, Mike's really into Steel Eye Span, so am I. So.
I've got a CD of them somewhere, but apart from that, nothing else.
Yeah, I've seen them about 3 or 4 times as well. So
Have you?
they supported Status Quo once.
Do they?
Damn.
Yeah, and they come out, and it's when Status Quo had their Don't Stop album out, and on there they did a version of All Around My Hat. So at the end of the night, they all come out and they all did All Around My Hat.
Wow.
They were brilliant. Maddie Pryor, mad as a box of frogs.
Right then. My next favourite artist was one which was inspired by my father, who turned me on to a couple of 60s bands. And the one I'm talking about here is the Hollies. I love the Hollies. I think they have a superb 60s band. I'll say one of the best Manchester bands ever. Saying I don't think they quite get enough attention. I think that they deserve, in my personal opinion. But yeah, love the Hollies. They've been on for quite a number of years, even without Nash, who left the band in was it the late 60s, early 70s?
Yeah.
But weren't quite the same after them. But I think they did have a few pretty good big hits, even without Nash. He Ain't Heavy, My Brother, wasn't that one of their later ones? That's a 12-inch single in there as well. But yeah, great band. Love the Hollies. So yeah, the Hollies.
Yeah, I'm into the Hollies because, yeah, well, I was brought up on it.
Yeah, I was virtually brought up on it.
Yeah, so, you know, all these great 60s bands, you know, I like them because I had to listen to them as a young lad.
Yeah.
And it sort of influences you what you listen to, really, doesn't it?
Well, like when your dad plays them in the car, I mean, you can't really escape it. You know? So
No, you can't, no.
you know, when you're a kid growing up, you know. So, but yeah, thankfully it was good music. So I had like a window of 60s music, and living in the 90s with split between the two, you know, it's quite nice actually. So yeah, good times.
It's interesting because I grew up, my household was a lot of country music, Johnny Cash, Glenn Campbell, and all of that. And I still have an appreciation for that, but it's not something I've amassed for nostalgic reasons.
No.
I like Johnny Cash. I have like 2 Johnny Cash albums. That's all I need. But yeah, there's definitely some bands that we grew up with that, you know, kind of infiltrated, you know, stuck in here in good ways.
Yeah. It's all right if the music's good. It's okay. But not so much if it's not to your taste. So, Richard, you're next.
All right. Let's jump to the 1980s. This band is another one that kind of, you know, took over my brain in all of the best ways. And I've referenced shows like MTV's 120 Minutes a lot. as influential for me discovering bands, especially out of Britain and especially in shoegaze. But this is not shoegaze. This is the Smiths.
Great band.
And oh my goodness, no, the first time I heard How Soon Is Now, I was hooked. I wanted everything I could get my hands on. So I have pretty much every Smiths studio album, live album, official stuff. Things like the 12-inch and the 7-inch singles that came out are really hard to come by here. So it's been a rabbit hole I didn't go down. But I mean, especially The Queen Is Dead. There is not a bad song on this album.
That's great.
And Louder Than Bombs, I picked up after this, was actually released after this. So then I thought Louder Than Bombs was all new Smiths, and it was rehashing of their older singles to compilation of older stuff, but it sounded brand new to me because it was. So yeah, the Smiths were huge for me, and that stuck for a long time. And I remember I grew up in the upper Midwest, which is kind of like the middle of the United States. So everything from the East and everything from the West kind of meets in the middle. We got a lot of this stuff last on the radio because it took a while. So my friends were into Journey and Rush, and I like them too. But then I come to parties and I'm bringing The Queen Is Dead, and they're like, "What the hell is this?" It's like, "It's good. Listen to it." And I turned on a number of people to get into the Smiths, thank goodness. Because I'm one of those people musically, I just could not stay in one place. Listening to album-oriented radio with top tens, and if I hear "Don't Stop Believing" on the radio one more time, I'm going to scream. I need groups like the Smiths, so thank God for the Smiths.
Yeah, also sure. Yeah.
Johnny Marr's guitars and Morrissey, between the two of them, unbeatable. It was just
Yeah, the Smiths to me were one of them bands. I didn't get into them long after they had split up. At the time, I was listening to other stuff, and I sort of didn't dislike them, but I didn't really get into them. And then it wasn't until probably the 2000s when I was listening. I saw something on TV on them, and I thought, I really need to listen to more of this music.
Yeah,
and that I did, because I think they're a fine band, and I appreciate them more now than I did when they were about, which I regret now.
I appreciate them more now than what I did years before, but I'm still a bit kind of half and half on them. There's some songs of theirs I really do love, and they're absolutely brilliant songs. But there's some other songs on there, like on the compilations, it just don't seem to resonate with me. They don't do anything for me, Maybe that's I'm not giving them enough time, or I don't know. But yeah, that's why they didn't make my top 10. But I did think about them because they are a great band.
I'm also happy to say I did see Morrissey, and he didn't cancel on the night of the show. Thank God. Actually, it was the third rescheduling of that show that I didn't even know there were two others. And I was like, "Oh, I'll get tickets," and I went, and it was a good time. And I was sitting up high enough I didn't have to see his screen of misery when he's playing the Meat is Murder and showing all the cow killing and all that wonderful carnage. And then I didn't have to see that. I could just hear the song and go, "Yep, good song."
It's good when you get to see these bands, isn't it, that you love?
Yeah.
All right then, Ian.
Okay, this is definitely. I couldn't do nothing. I have to show this band because they are from my childhood. I loved them when I was 7. I love them at 59. Of course, it's Slade.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is, of course, Slade in Flame. I love that cover.
I do too.
Yeah, this has just got some of my favourite Slade songs on it. How Do You Feel? I just love that. Of course, Far, Far Away. And Them Three Kind of Monkeys. I love that. From the film, of course, which I've now got on Blu-ray in its glory. and you get pictures from, of course, the movie. And this is just I would say, one of the best soundtrack albums ever.
Yeah.
You cannot go wrong with Slade in Flame.
I'll have to look out the copy on that then.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll echo that. I'll double that. Yes.
Yeah.
Get that. It's so good.
Yeah, this is with the old sticker. Someone put a sticker on it, and I can't get it off. I dared get it off, but because this is an original copy, so
Thing is, it takes off all the gloss.
yeah,
Right.
yes, because look at that, it's got such a shine on it. And
Yeah.
considering that this is an original copy, it is in such good nick. Look at that.
Ooh, nice.
And it plays, and there's no scratches on it at all. But I had to show Slade. It'd be rude not to.
Yeah, they're a great band. Why not?
Yeah, they're still as popular today as they were in the day.
Yeah.
And people like myself and Richard, we keep the flag flying for the boys.
Yeah, I thought about showing Slade, but I had to stick to the bands which kind of I'm affiliated the most, So like Slade didn't quite make it for me, unfortunately, but great band. So this is another band which was introduced by my father. Another Manchester one as well, actually. Herman's Hermits. Now, a lot of people say about them being middle of the road, and that's fair enough. That's people's opinions, but I love the Herman's Hermits. I've always liked their music. So, yeah, how can you not like Herman's Hermits? I don't know. But there you go. Herman's Hermits.
Very underrated
I
band.
have that exact same greatest hits. Same.
Yeah, I think this is the American version came out. Yeah,
Could be why.
yeah, that could be why.
Yeah, very, very underrated band as well. They just didn't get the same accolade as the others. Another band like that is Manfred Mann. They didn't get the accolade they deserved.
They done well in America, but I suppose a lot of that is on the back of the Beatles, though, isn't it? Because they kind of paved the way, didn't they? But
Yeah.
I just like them. They're just very happy-go-lucky, quite simplistic in their music, aren't they? It's just nice, just nice to listen to.
It's just a fun band that works.
They are, yeah, they always have been.
Looking.
I've got to be very careful here not to press the remove button instead of the picture button. It's going to be a disaster.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right. I mentioned this album on my 5 albums I refuse to sell, will never sell, and this was one of them. For me, it was a hugely transitional group that took me away from, like I was saying, that whole top 40 world of Kiss and Journey and Styx into more adventurous music, and that's Public Image Limited. I discovered them on this album. I heard Pop Tones. Actually, here's the backstory. Pop Tones, Public Image Limited ended up on American Bandstand somehow. Have no idea how. It's like, who in their right mind would put Johnny Rotten on public TV in a forum like that, where everything was clean and, yeah, it was mayhem. It was so brilliant. So Public Image Limited's doing Pop Tones. The band is sitting there rattling along the way. John is up in the stands pulling people down onto the dance floor to dance to this. Yeah, it was carnage. But anyway, for me, this is pretty much what this album sounds like, is how it looks. It's very distorted and different, and just listening to Keith Levine's brilliant guitar work and effects and John doing all kinds of different vocals. I mean, this is not the Sex Pistols. This is something very different. My biggest takeaway for Public Image Limited is I've always loved how John Lydon has taken different takes on Public Image Limited over time. It never stays in, it's constantly morphing into something else. There's elements of reggae, there's elements of, world music. There's everything. He kind of throws it into the mix and see what comes out. And he backs himself with amazing musicians. Saw him live. Here's a couple of pictures. That one over there.
Yes.
At a Public Image Limited concert. I never tire of listening to what's going to come out of that band's house. Been a fan since that album came out. Backtracked to their first album, which is equally brilliant. Flowers of Romance is probably one of my favorites. But even their later albums that came out in the 2000s are musically innovative and interesting. Gotta get over John Lydon's voice, but it can be done.
Yeah, so I mean, he's a legend and still is. He's still very highly thought of over here. He's an innovator of music. His voice may be groggy these days, but we allow that because he's John Lydon.
Because he's John Lydon, he's a freaking legend. I don't hold with his political beliefs and all of the. His notoriety definitely precedes him. You can hate him just for his character, but if you look at the man behind the character and look at the body of work, I have huge respect for him. So.
He's a very humble man as well. I mean, I saw an interview where he was talking about when his wife died, and he was quite choking up. And hats off to the man. Total respect. He's a decent human being.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. It's one of your favourite artists, Simon. This is.
All right. Okay.
Right. What Gary Newman did to the sound in. For the male artists, this is the lady that did it for females. Toya Wilcox and her album Anthem from 1981. This is the one that's got I Want to Be Free on it, and It's a Mystery. But it's got also Jungles of Jupiter and I Am. I love this album. I had it on cassette in the day.
I didn't know you had a Toya album.
I've got 2 Toya albums.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a few singles. So, but I had this on cassette, then I had it on a CD, and when I got my new album and my new record player, this was one of the first albums I wanted to get. It's on my wish list, and I do play this a lot, and I love the back picture of it. Really good album. If you don't like her, Simon, but I know.
I don't say I don't like her. She's all right. A lot of that's just to wind Nick up a little bit, just a bit of banter.
Yeah, great album, great, and this has got Marionette on it, which is another fabulous track, and I love that cover.
It's another good cover. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, and there's the drummer on this album now actually plays in Saxon.
There you go, Nick's here.
Toya, that's who I think of when I think of Toya. I go right to Nick.
Yeah, bit of Toya. We have to. One of my favourite female artists.
Yeah,
and you would not
believe how plays drums in Saxonville.
Made Nick very happy.
Yep, I certainly did.
Right. Well.
It's not hugely popular here, I don't think, because I can't say I've never seen that album. That's the first time I've ever seen that album you showed ever.
She did anything in America, did she?
It's on Spotify, Richard. So
thank God for stuff like Spotify and Amazon Music, because it's like, oh, I could listen to some Toya. You pull up, track loads. It's really great.
She didn't have any hits in America, did she? Ian?
No, I don't think she did.
No, it's not an easy one to crack, is it, America?
No.
Some do, some don't, unfortunately. Right, let's get the elephant out of the room.
The answer to that, Nick, is yes. I've got them, and I've already put them in my thing.
Need I say any more? It's the Beatles. I mean, come on. It's the Beatles. It's like one of the greatest band ever. So you can't really not put them in your top 10. So, but we won't go on about the Beatles too much because they're so overly spoken about. So, like, you know, the Beatles. Great band. And that's that.
You know what? When I did my 100 great bands, I think they were in the mid-20s.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow. I'm learning more things about you today, Ian.
No, that is a good album, though, Richard. That is a.
It is.
That
You know,
is a
I mean, to ask anybody what their favorite Beatles album is, it's for me it changes. It might be Rubber Soul, it might be this, it might be the White Album, it might be, you know, For the Beatles. I don't know, Beatles for Sale, whatever. But it constantly changes. I will say that my favorite Beatles album is not Sgt. Pepper, where I know a lot of people are like, "What?" I wanted to show this mainly for the longevity thing, because not just am I a Beatles fan, I am a McCartney fan, Lennon fan, Harrison fan, a little bit of a Ringo Starr fan, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But just the fact that we still have McCartney doing what McCartney is doing in his 80s, for God's sake. My hat off to him. And I love later McCartney. I thought Egypt Station was a great album. So I'm looking forward to see if he does anything else, and I hope it's right up there. But yeah, Beatles, that was going to be my thing. I was going to say, okay, let's get the obvious out of the way, but they're important. You can't just throw them under the rug and just say, oh, you're classic. Well, they're a favorite too. So,
I agree. You can't ignore them. Nick asks, did you get the list links, Ian? I don't know what he means by that, but obviously you have.
Yes.
My favourite Beatles album is Abbey Road.
Yeah, I love Abbey Road, and I love Revolver.
Yeah,
I think it goes between Rubber Soul, Revolver, and Abbey Road for me.
There's a new Wings compilation just been released. I've just seen that, actually. I think someone showed that. It's quite good.
And Wings, I would say, Wings is probably my other favorite, Beatles project. Beatles, McCartney solo, and Wings. Love them.
Extremely you would have more songs on there than the Wings Greatest comp, which came out like 40 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So, right then, it's me now, isn't it? Yeah.
No, it's me.
No, sorry. Yeah.
Keep up with the program. Anyway, one of my favourite bands when I was a lad, when I first heard Rubber Bullets, 10cc, and I think I love their music. It's a little bit different, so I'm going to show tonight 78's Bloody Tourists, and this is the album that Dreadlock Holiday is on.
Yes, I have that.
Yes, and it's got, of course, it's got like from Rochdale to Okariko on it, which is a lovely little tune. There's so many good tracks on this. Lol had left and
it's a good album.
Yeah, Lol had left. Lol and Krem had left. So we've got Lol, Krem had left, as what I'm trying to say, but Rick Fenn came in, Graham Gouldman, the man that wrote so many hits, who he's written for. Great song, but this is a great album.
Yeah, they've never done a bad album, have they, 10cc?
No, I've got quite a lot of them, and their live album, which was the one that this tour, is brilliant. So yeah, a bit of I love Dreadlock Holiday.
Yeah, it's a great track.
Yeah, it's a true story, apparently.
So Nick's saying here, he says Toyo and the band basically couldn't afford to do a big promotional tour of the USA. A record label, Safari, was only small and didn't really have the funds for the tour either. Well, there you go.
There we go.
That makes sense. And they probably, if they did tour, it would probably been like a coastal tour, like LA, New York, something like that.
Yeah. Probably the college circuit as well, more than the main.
All right, another huge band up there with the likes of the Beatles, which has to be mentioned. That is the Rolling Stones. So yeah, you can't really mention the Beatles without mentioning the Stones and how great they were, and still are to a point. I think they're still going, aren't they? Well, maybe not. I'm not sure. They might have stopped, but you never know with the Stones. They just keep touring, don't they? You know, even when they're in their 90s, they might be still touring. Who knows? But yeah, just all those hits. It's just great hits, great music, numerous albums. So yeah, the brilliant Rolling Stones.
I always feel sorry for younger people getting into music for the first time when there's like a band. There are bands like Beatles and the Stones, and however many else that have discographies that are like that. And your endpoint might be a greatest hits, but then you're like, where do you go from there? Yeah, Hackney Diamonds just came out a couple of years ago. So
it's a great album.
Yeah.
Yes, and it wasn't a bad album. Now, you were saying putting the Beatles and the Stones in the same sentence, yeah, but you might start a fight. It's like, which one's better? Yeah, we won't.
Yeah, I think maybe that's a little bit of the publicity trying to stir things, I don't think they really hate each other, did they?
No, they didn't.
No.
Because you'd see them on the in the early days when they were up and down the motorway on a Saturday night up to the north. They'd all meet at Watford Gap on the way home. The Beatles, the Who, they'd all be there.
Yeah,
there's a story that
pretty sure they listen to each other's music, didn't they?
Yeah, there's a story that I think the Rolling Stones van caught up with the Beatles van, and Mick Jagger opened up this old Bedford van and was like, Watford Gap. I don't know how true that is, but there's a story that he opened up doing 70 on the motorway, whatever it was, on the M1 or the A1 or something, I don't know. But let's just go to the service station. Heavy days of rock and roll.
Yeah. Well, they even gave them a few of their songs, didn't they, the Beatles?
Yeah.
So, anyway, Richard, over to you.
I'm up. Bouncing all over the good timeline continuum here. This is another one of those bands I discovered in the early 2000s. To my I can't even remember where. It might have been just streaming music on. No, I don't think YouTube's even invented in 2000. It's been around for 20 years, I think.
Maybe.
Somewhere around there. It could have been. I doubt it. It might have been a MySpace account. Who knows? But somewhere along the line, I came across a band called Biffy Clyro, and I was like, who's that? And another band that took my world by storm. I was really into that sort of math rock angular edge with constantly shifting time signatures. And they're a three-piece. And I'm like, how is a three-piece doing music like this when it sounds ginormous and complex and lyrically interesting and borderline like heavy prog in a way at first. Now they're a little bit more mainstream. We're talking about Biffy Clyro. Love Biffy Clyro. Have Biffy Clyro everything. This is their new one. We got the sign print. It's like right there, now hanging up. That was included in this. That took me like a month and a half to get, but it's here now. Biffy Clyro, three-piece, Simon Neil, twins. I think James on drums, Ben's on drums, James is on bass. And for their tour, they have to bring in other people just to fill out their sound because there's so much going on. They are coming to Denver next month. Guess who's going?
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, and it's in a really tiny, small venue of that barely holds like maybe, I don't know, 500. Why did I get so bright all of a sudden? I don't know. It must be, I'll fiddle with my settings in a minute. But yeah, I'm excited. They've been in the business for 20 odd years. Now they're kind of, you can tell from this album alone that they're kind of dialing it back. It's not as screamy and crazy and chaotic, but it's still musically complex. And I think that's my appreciation of Biffy Clyro. It's like, this is a 3-piece that can do an awful lot. They have an awful lot of talent, and it's great to see how they can pull off some of the stuff live because it's very interesting. Those who've never seen them, there they are. Simon, Ben, James, love them. They're amazing. I've never seen a band this late in their career get as much promotion for this album, or an album like this, than Biffy Clyro has. Their last 2 or 3 albums got almost no promotion, even though they were released in the States. That was kind of barely limped into being released in the States, but it was promoted more than last few. So maybe they're tipping finally to get a little bit more recognition stateside. I'm hoping.
Well, that should be a good gig, a small venue.
I saw them in a really small venue, literally across the street from the one I'm going to go see them at next month. It held like maybe 50, and I would say maybe 30 people showed up. It was on their Puzzle tour, which was a huge album in Europe. Nothing in the States. I don't even think it was released. And they were just like, oh, we got 50 people here. They played like they were playing Wembley. It was nuts. So much fun. I met them, talked to them, got shit signed. Big fan.
Excellent.
Cool.
Should be a good gig.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Okay, well, amongst all this wonderful Ed banging stuff I listen to, I've always been, and it's all my dad's fault, from his very first album, and I am a huge fan of Mr. Mike Oldfield. This is one of his later albums. This, I think, came out in 1982, something like that, QE2. It's got a lovely version of The Shadows' Wonderful Land and ABBA's Arrival.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is all the music. This is all instrumental. I think Rick Fenn's on here. Simon Phillips, I think he does some drumming. Maggie Riley's doing some oopie doopies. So it's a really good album. Doesn't get a lot of mention, but I love this album. QE2 from Mr. Mike Oldfield.
You've got a compilation of his as well, haven't you, in your collection?
I think I've got every album on vinyl up to the Discovery in the Lake now.
All right.
So I had them on CD. So the next job is to start getting the rest of the Mike Oldfield collection on album, because I'm a purist. When it comes to Mike Oldfield, I like to have. I've got lots of his 12-inch singles as well. So
I managed to pick up Tubular Bells 2 in a charity shop for like £2.
Oh wow!
Bargain. Consider it's 90s vinyl,
Yeah. So there we go. Mr. Mike Oldfield.
Yeah. Good choices. Right, it's another Manchester band for me. I bet you can probably guess who it is.
Yeah.
Oasis. I love this band. Their 90s albums they blew me away. They were so good. Like nothing I've ever heard before, considering my young age at the time of listening to them. And I still love them now. I love their raw kind of punky sound. They're kind of like Oasis, just are like an upgrade from the Beatles. Like the next stage of evolution is Oasis. and I love them. I love them still. So those first 3 90s albums, and yeah, Standing on Shoulders of Giants is pretty good as well. So yeah, particularly the first 4 albums, or first 5 albums, I should say, because the 4th album wasn't actually an album. But yeah, I love Oasis, and yeah, gotta be in my top 10 Oasis.
I like Oasis. I don't have all of Oasis, but I don't have it on CD. And I'm like, when I see the prices for Oasis vinyl, I'm just like, ugh, I can't do it.
Up on CD, pick up CD.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, right, Richard.
Ooh, I'm up. Not quite ready. Okay, now Simon and I both love this band, and they're from Wales. And another 3-piece that's been through, has had a lot of history. Started out late 90s, which is around the time I discovered them. I heard their single for High. I'm pretty sure that was it. And picked up the Polythene CD, and the rest is history. I started following everything from Feeder.
Oh, yeah, great.
Love this band. This is my OG Comfort and Sound. Yes, I bought the reissue because why not? So be it. But yeah, they are a band of. I don't quite understand what my interest in them is, but I know I like what they've done progressively, to the point that even their latest album that came out last year was my #1 album for the year, the Black Red album.
Right.
A double album that was just like every song is strong. It's like there's no filler on here. Where did they come up with that? It's amazing. But yeah,
I'll say for a long time that was probably one of their best, if not best, album. Would you say?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
For me, they have a lot of solid albums. I finally got to see them on the Pushing the Senses tour, and I saw them in London, Brixton Academy. And that was, for me, that was like, oh, I got to finally see Peter. Then I saw them at Reading. Then I've seen Peter 2 or 3 times, I think. But yeah, solid band. I love all their output. They're consistent. They've had to manipulate their drummer, whoever's filling in on drums, for almost every album. But I think they finally have kind of a unit that works for them, and I wish them many more years, because they're doing stuff.
Yes,
they are a good band. Yeah, yes. I like Feeder. I think they're terrific.
Yeah,
very talented.
Following over here, none. Their albums don't get released. I think Comfort and Sound. I think it's the only
I want
one.
Their early albums on vinyl, please.
I know.
I don't think they will.
I think they do it out of respect for their drummer. Yeah. Passing on. There's like, we can't do it. They don't like I don't think they even like revisiting that era of their music, even though that's some of their strongest material. I just want Echo Park on vinyl. That's all I want.
That's what I want. Just give me that album at least.
Please.
Yeah, but paying £200-300 is it's crazy. But yeah, I didn't actually put Feeder in my top 10. I chose another Welsh album, Welsh band rather. So you'll have to see that later on.
Okay.
Right then, Ian.
Okay. Well, one of my favourite singers is Mr. Paul Rodgers. I think he's got one of the great rock and roll voices. I loved him in Free, but I love Free, but I prefer Bad Company to Free. I love Bad Company. Mick Ralphs, Bob Sporrell, Simon Kirke, and Paul Rodgers. Now, this is Rough Diamonds, which is the last album of that classic lineup. It's the one that's got Electric Land on. I just love listening to their albums. And I like this one because it's Rough Diamonds. Yeah. It's got the edge, and it's one of them pull-out ones, so you can one day have it that way round. And then when you pull it out, you've got little and then you can put it back in a different way, and you got a different picture.
Ooh, that's clever.
Yeah, I brought this in 1984. So it's only 2 years after they'd split up, really. So this has been in my collection a long, long time, and I do like playing it. A lot of people say it's not one of their best albums, but it's a good album for them to go out on, and it's the classic lineup. Yes, they reformed. I saw them when they reformed without Paul, but I've seen Paul as well. So as far as I'm concerned, well, I didn't see Boz because Boz was no longer with us, but it was just great to see. I've seen this band in different forms and guises. Bit of Bad Company.
Good one. I think the only Bad Company album I have is it Desolation Angels? Is that one?
That's a good album. I've got someone. I did have someone CD, but once again, it's another band that I'm going to get them all again, and then I'll probably move on to Free. But my priority is actually Bad Company, because people say, "Why do you prefer Bad Company to Free?" I think Bad Company are more diverse, but it's still got the same drummer, so it doesn't matter.
Right, we've had Oasis. So, who are their rivals? Blur. Blur. Love Blur. I actually managed to pick up a DVD from not charity shop. It was in CEX, which came out last year of their Wembley Arena tour they did, and that was really, really good actually. Classic album, Park Life, Boys and Girls is probably my favourite song of theirs actually. End of the Century. Park Life, of course, features Phil Daniels, which Phil Daniels even tours with them to do that song. He'll come on and just do that song, and even now.
Yeah, they're all mates, though, aren't they? So it makes sense.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. This Is a Low, I think, was a hit off the album as well. And it's a fantastic band. A bit kind of experimental, I suppose, comparing them to like Oasis. Oasis knew who they were, as Blur kind of didn't. I kind of think that worked against them a little bit. So I was still kind of trying to figure out what they were. But they still were a great 90s band. I mean, Blur and Oasis definitely up there, part of the Brit pop era.
Yep.
So, love a bit of Blur.
Yeah, and I'm sure they have a nice selection of cheeses when they're on tour.
Yeah. I don't think they've been doing a tour anymore. I think that they're done now.
But I'm sure there would have been some lovely cheese after the show.
Cheese.
Oh yeah, because what's his name? Is it Mr. James? Is a cheese makes cheese?
He does.
He's a cheese maker. Bless you, other cheese makers.
Yeah. Well, they're all kind of very civilized now, aren't they? They have farms and families and things. But when they get together, it's like they haven't skipped 10 years, they're all blend in. It's nice to see. Anyway, Richard, over to you.
All righty. Moving, what did I show last? Peter. Moving backwards. We're going backwards in time a little bit.
That's all right.
This is another band that I heard on MTV, was mesmerized by the lead singer's voice and the song and the video itself, because the video tells the story. That's because the song was Here's Where the Story Ends. And we're talking about the Sundays.
Picked up a copy of that.
I love this album.
Their 3 albums are great. They really are fantastic.
Yes, all of them. They're fantastic, each in their own way. For me, this is their solid, oh my gosh, I'm so glad to have this on vinyl. It took me years to get this on vinyl.
I picked up a copy about 2 weeks ago. I paid a small fortune for it. And it's a first, of course.
But even the reissues, a lot of these they released all of them kind of in sequence on Record Store Day. That's where I got the last ones. And I think I do have an original of this, but then, yeah, this one was a reissue picked up. I mean, it wasn't stupidly expensive, but it was, up there. But anyway, yeah, Harriet Wheeler. What can I say about Harriet Wheeler?
Oh, beautiful
Gorgeous
voice.
gorgeous.
I know. I play them every Sunday. They're in my Sundays playlist.
Sunday on Sundays. Why not?
Sunday.
Yeah, great band. Bar none, the best cover version of Wild Horses that has ever been recorded. That's the Rolling Stones song. Yeah. Listen to the Sundays do Wild Horses and tell me that's a Rolling Stones song. They made it their own, I think. But yeah, here's where the story ends. Got me in, hooked me. Picked line, picked up. Yeah, I have all three of theirs. What's the other one? Static and Silence. Great album. So the reason I picked this as a favorite is not just because it's amazing. It's because they're a band I often revisit. It's like, yeah, I want to listen to Sunday. It's kind of like Cocteau Twins. I always like that too, for the same reasons.
They're an absolute go-to for me.
Come back to the voice and the songs, and yeah, they never did a bad album.
No. I wish I'd come back.
Same.
Another one, but it's been so long.
It's been a while. I don't even know what they're doing. You look up Harriet Wheeler, nothing comes up. It's like she fell off the face of the earth.
They just disappeared into the abyss.
No, I mean, like even Elizabeth Fraser shows up. Cocteau Twins are defunct, but she, did another. She'll form another band. She'll play with Primal Scream. She'll do something else. So it's amazing.
Story Ends is a great song, but never issued as a single in the UK for some strange reason.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I do have a single of theirs, but that is an Aussie pressing, and that cost me quite a bit of money, actually. But no, I didn't know that. But yeah, great band. Sundays. Right then, Ian, over to you.
Okay, well, one genre I love being a Brit, and that's pub rock. I love Dave Edmunds, Nick Lowe, Elvis Costello's a bit pub rocky in places, Graham Parker, of course. But there's one band that I really love, and that is Dr. Feelgood.
Oh,
second album, Malpractice, from 1975. The great Wilco Johnson. He's robotic. Everyone remembers his old grey whistle test doing Roxette, that robotic dance. This is as good as Down by the Jetty. The classic lineup. I love this album. Picked this up a few years ago with Down the Jetty, and I got them both for 10 quid.
Oh, bargain.
And they are originals, of course, on the UA United Artists album. So yeah, bit of Dr. Feelgood. You just can't go wrong with that. I mean, I love all their singles and their live albums. Had a lot on CD, but I've only got the two classics on album. I've got the others that I can listen to anytime I want, but these two, I had to have them on album because they're just so good. They're raw. It's got that lovely rawness to them. And you don't see these about often.
No, you don't.
You're showing things you don't normally show here, aren't you?
I know. That's why I said I went rogue.
You did.
We like it.
Yeah,
we do.
I've got lots in my collection that people don't know. I mean, Simon's seen my collection. There's a few there, isn't there?
Yeah. Well, I kind of briefly flipped through them. I didn't see every single record, but quite a bit there.
Yeah.
But that Dr. Feelgood I have in my Amazon cart because you talked about it a few weeks ago, and I was like, "Ooh, that looks interesting," and I streamed it, and I went, "Hell yes, I want this."
Terry says, explain pub rock to most Americans. More joy explaining the laws of cricket.
It's pub rock. I mean, it's just rock. It's just rock and roll. Pub rock. It's just something they call it. I mean, it's just guitar orientated music. It's always got a good groove and beat to it. You just, as I mentioned, the big names are Dr. Feelgood, Nick Lowe, Graham Parker, Dave Edmonds, Mo and Mickey Jupp. They're all in each other's pockets. They play on each other's albums. They give each other songs. They have that nice little niche little market. And I love it.
Is pub rock what Americans would call garage rock?
Yeah, I think that's...
No, I think it's different. I think of pub rock. I think of a band that just kind of like throws their stuff together. He gets in a bus, goes to a bar, and just plays whatever the hell.
Yeah, I mean, the
filtered and not polished.
No, they're not. They're from Canvey Island.
Yeah.
They're just a fun band. Didn't take themselves serious. But
that's what we like sometimes. Some fun, That's why I like the Herman's Hermits, because they're just a fun band. But
it does feel good with a fun band. I mean, they're still playing some guys now, but the music's still there, the legacy's still there, the sound's still there. It's just, they play that sort of hard-edged music that it is plug in and go. There's no fancy stuff on it.
Right. My next band is the band I saw live recently. I'm sure you probably both know what I'm talking about. The Lightning Seeds. One of my favourite 90s bands. And even they just touch upon into the 2000s, don't they? I think one of their albums, and then they go on to about a 20-year hiatus and don't hear anything from them until 2003, where All in the Stars came out. I mean, that's a good 20 years. I love the Lightning Seeds. I love the hits they have. I've been actually hoping the compilation, which came out in the sort of early 2000s, was called Like You Do. I was hoping they were going to reissue that compilation, but they recently reissued a different compilation with more updated songs on there, which we'd come across in Leeds. So I brought that for about 15 quid, which I'll be showing in one of my future videos. But I love the Lightning Seeds, and I'm pleased to finally get the chance to see them near my hometown. When I heard about they were coming down here, I jumped on it straight away and bought tickets. So his son was playing in the band, and incidentally, his son is called Riley.
The Life of Riley.
From the song Life of Riley, of course.
Yeah.
So Lightning Seeds. Check them out, Richard, if you haven't discovered.
Oh, I've definitely heard of the Lightning Seeds. I don't think I have any, but they're on the radar. I noticed you have the Lightning Seeds shirt too.
I do, yeah. Which I wore on the tour down here. Right, just add Nick to the stage. You're right, Nick.
Oh,
He's looking a little frozen.
He is frozen. Whilst he's frozen, I'll read this. Terry says, Simon, no, pub rock is named because the pubs reutilise the venues that have old-fashioned music halls intentionally.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, hello. He's here in another form. Hang on. Let me get rid of
a ghostly image.
Get rid of that one.
A spectre of Nick.
Right, Nick.
Hello.
Hello. We can see you loud and clear.
Hang on. Let me. Oh, that's better. Yes, very well, thank you.
Nick, I've got two of you here. I've got one of you backstage. I'm just going to remove the one backstage, and hopefully that'll keep you on, but I can't guarantee it will. So we'll try it. Right, here we go. Yeah, it's done. It's all right. You're safe. You're right, Nick.
Yes, thank you. Yep. Yeah. I'm awake.
Yeah.
Good.
That's a good start for the day if you're awake.
Yes, he's been a bit. I know he's been a busy boy this afternoon. He's been sending me clips, and
Yeah.
I watch them clips on YouTube, Nick.
Well, yeah, because you've got this project coming up, haven't you?
Yeah, we've got something
Yeah.
coming up next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, and you're right. They are better live.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll leave that at that, shall we?
Yeah, well, if you direct Mike over to those clips or whatever, he can have a look then, can't he?
Yeah. I'll send him. I'll send him tomorrow. Anyway, let's get back to what we're supposed to be doing.
Right. Yeah. Nick, do you have anything to show?
Does it matter if it's American or British?
Well, we're trying to stick to British for the moment, but we're about eight albums in to the British. So
We got 2 more.
if
Well,
you can show 8,
I've got stuff here I've been trying to catch up listening to. I've pulled a couple of bits out quick that are easy to get hold of.
okay, mate.
One of my, I do apologise for the glare. The lighting in this house is absolutely terrible. One of my favourite bands, Stranglers.
Yeah, great.
It's actually called Stranglers 4, isn't it? But it's better known as Rattus Norvegicus.
Yes.
Yeah, great
I
band.
only wish I'd seen them live.
I have seen them live, but it was just after Hugh had left.
Yeah.
So I did get to see Mr. Greenfield and the rest of the boys.
Peaches is on this one. Get a grip of yourself. Great opening sort of album. Love the Stranglers. Love collecting their stuff.
No, you can't go
Yeah,
wrong.
great band, Stranglers.
Yeah. Favourite song by them is Duchess, actually.
Yeah. Did go for Peaches.
Oh, yes, but it get me into a lot of trouble.
See, I love their version of Walk On By. I think that is terrific.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
What
good
about
one.
the cover that I like they did?
I like Something Better Change as well.
Yeah.
That's a good one. But there you go.
I like, was it Waltz in Black? The instrumental.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that because Keith Floyd used it for his theme tune to his TV cook shows.
Oh. Do you know what? I never realised that.
Yeah, he was a big Stranglers fan, was Keith Floyd.
Yeah, he was a big pisshead. I know.
Yeah. He was one of my inspirations as a young cook, Keith Floyd.
Yes. Beans on toast. I best dig an album. Go on, use Carry On. I'm looking for an album I listened to earlier by a British artist.
All right, then I'll go to Richard then and then go round. So, yeah, Richard's next in line.
All right. So 2 left. This one probably is, as far as longevity goes, is one of the reigning champions, and they changed their sound so much over the course of their career. It's almost staggering, in my opinion, but it's The Cult.
Whee.
Yes.
Love. Yeah, another MTV 120 Minutes band for me. She Sells Sanctuary came on, that opening riff with Billy on the guitar, and I was just like, oh, this is going to be so good, and it was. I've karaoke'd that song. My God. Anyway, I love Love. I love that reverb, shimmery, psychedelic era that was this for The Cult, and then when they went into electric, I got a little dubious, but then I started to appreciate it for what they were trying to do. They actually wanted to do that with Love in the first place. Anyway, I followed their career throughout. They've had their ups and their downs. I saw them live I lived in Washington, D.C. a few times and then a few times here. Never a bad show. Ian Astbury is a little of an eclectic individual live. You never know what you're going to get with him. He might be bombed off his behind or bang on. And bang on, they are a force to be reckoned with. I have a lot of cult stuff, box sets. Gav, Axeman Spins, and I could talk about the cult probably for hours easily because we both have very comparable collections. But hugely influential for me just in getting me into that more psychedelic type style of music, which gave me a whole new backtrack into that more psychedelic type style of music, which gave me a whole new backtrack.
Sorry, Richard. Michael's just come backstage. You're right to sort your. You got echoed, Michael, when you came on. Don't know if you want a moment to adjust or something.
Yeah, I saw the cult on the Electric Tour.
Ooh, that would have been good.
At the Hamilton Pavilion.
Woo.
There we go.
Echo City.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, echoing.
Am I coming in okay?
We can hear you. Echo.
Is it still echoing?
Is it? Yeah, it is.
Okay, let me see if I can figure out what's going on. It should have stopped.
Sorry, Richard.
It's okay.
Yes, going to see them on the Electric Tour was amazing.
Everybody's echoing now.
Hello.
In the Grand
Now
Canyon.
up here in Colston. Oh, busted.
Someone yodel. Try it.
We go. Odeo.
How about now? Am I coming in okay?
That's better.
Yay.
Yay!
Yeah.
You fixed it. You fixed the stream.
Well, what I forgot was I was thinking about doing a live stream. I was going to DJ later tonight.
All right.
So I adjusted my StreamYard settings for that and forgot to adjust them back for you guys.
All right. No worries. I did email you a couple of times, Michael, but I don't know if you got them or not.
I did not. So
You
maybe
didn't?
no, I never did. So maybe the email address I gave you, maybe you misspelled something or something. I don't know.
Well, upon writing the email, your little icon came up on my computer.
When did you email me?
I emailed you probably about a week or so ago, and I emailed you today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been back to my email. What was it earlier today? Or
Yeah, earlier today, a few hours ago. Yeah.
that I might have missed, but I didn't get one a week ago. I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay. Odd.
Well, anyway, I'm here, so
You're here. I knew that you're sharp in the chat anyway, so I left a link for you to.
sorry to interrupt you guys. I think Nick had the floor, but I want to say hello to everybody first of all. How you guys doing?
They do.
Yeah, good.
Great. I didn't get a chance to compile. I didn't know what the subject was going to be, but I can run and grab some stuff or whatever if you need me to. So.
Right. Well, we're showing 10 favorite British artists, bands, singers, whatever, and 10 favorite American artists. Have to be on vinyl. It'll be from your vinyl collection.
All right, so it's not like my top 10, right? Just 10 favorites.
10 favorites. Yeah, your favorite 10.
Right.
So, whilst Michael is going through his records, then are you all done, Richard? Because you were interrupted a bit there, aren't you? Yeah. Okay.
For Ian.
I tell you, I was going to say, I don't know what it is about the Cult, but if I didn't know any better, I always kind of thought they were American. I don't know why.
Oh, very British.
I actually thought about that because I was like, pulled it out. It's like, ooh, what pile do I put this in? So went on Wikipedia, and they were initially from London. So whether they've transferred, I know, yeah.
I don't know what it is.
What Wikipedia said.
Yeah.
Matt Sorum was American.
Yes, Matt Sorum is still around. But
Might
yeah,
just be something in the music which
based
resonates.
in London.
I saw the Cult supporting Guns N' Roses in the 90s at Milton Keynes. They were brilliant. Mind you, Guns N' Roses were good and all, But I remember you stood there in the crowd, and I said to my mate, I said, well, I hope the Cult play She Sells Sanctuary. Oh, no, they don't play that anymore. What was the first tune they played when they come on the stage?
She Sells Sanctuary.
Exactly.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very new song when I saw them.
That was my introduction to the band, actually. That song.
That is one of the greatest underground songs ever made. I mean, when you talk about just iconic club songs, every time they put that on in the clubs, man, I mean, the floor just filled up.
Yeah, great rocking tune.
Yeah,
they are.
And speaking of Matt Sorum, the Cult got the gig with Guns N' Roses because they let Matt Sorum join Guns N' Roses, so that's how they got invited onto the tours on the support bands. Well, they were the main support band, to be honest. I remember Matt Sorum did this great, huge sort of drum solo, and then it launched into "You Could Be Mine" from the Terminator film. Absolutely fantastic, loved it.
I mean, when I saw the Cult, they opened up with Little Devil.
What
'Cause it
song
was-
from the Terminator film? What was the song?
You Could Be Mine.
It could be mine. All right. Okay.
You
Yeah, I
must
mean-
know.
Yeah.
I mean, Little Devil. I don't even think it had been released as a single when I first heard it. They
I've
come out.
got it on 12. I've got it on 12-inch single.
Yeah, they the lights go and you get that, and everyone and no one had heard this song, and the place, Hammy's Odeon, was bouncing. Yeah,
Yeah,
the balcony were going for it. It was a brilliant opener. What a track to open a gig with.
I think the only album by them I've got is it called Dream Time?
Yeah. That's the album for Love. Yeah.
I keep seeing Love and I can't think of the names of the others, but they're always in patty condition, and people are wanting silly buggers money for them.
Yeah, I mean, I had them on CD, so I mean, all I do now is come into my library, put it on my little disc.
This is my original from 1985.
Yeah,
Is there one called? Is it Electric? Is it or something?
yeah.
Electric is
That's
one
the
after
tour.
this.
That's the tour I saw them on, Electric.
Yeah,
So you can tell how long ago it was.
yeah.
This
They're a
boy
great
took
band.
care of his records.
Yeah.
Love Removal Machine's a cracking song by them. I love that one. And I think there's one called In the Clouds as well. It might be an album track, I'm not sure. That's a belting song. They're a great band. Great band.
Right then, Ian, over to you.
Right, another of my favourite bands growing up as a young lad.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Electric Light Orchestra. The Blue. Obviously, this is a new copy because my other one was played to death and it got really battered, and I mean hammered. So when I brought the deck, the first thing I brought was a new copy of this, and this was on offer. So I thought, yeah, we'll have a picture disc version of it. I love this album. A double album with no filler.
Their music is so polished, isn't it? It's so
This,
well.
this is polished, but I love it. It's just, I love the hits. I love the deep cuts. It's just a fabulous album. And for a picture disc, it plays well. There's
I was
no.
going to ask.
Yeah, it's. I think it's because it's a modern picture disc. It hasn't got that sort of noise.
Right.
No, it plays really well. It's a good listen, very good quality. Bit of ELO. I mean, recently I picked up Time at Leeds, and that sounds brilliant as well. That's an original copy, and that is in such good nick. Can't go wrong with a bit of Electric Light Orchestra.
Amazing band. And hugely, I mean, Jeff Lynne, it made Jeff Lynne humongous.
Yeah, I've seen ELO a couple of times, and I've seen the ELO 2 as well. No, they're just the music's just good.
Yeah, great stuff.
You never hear the song Diary of Horace Wimp on the radio. I've never heard it on the radio.
No.
Always Mr. Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gets a lot of airplay.
Yeah, Mr. Blue Skies. I like Mr. Blue Sky, but I do love Horace Wimp. That is a brilliant song.
Yeah,
I think
isn't it?
the album Time doesn't get that much of a mention.
No, it doesn't. I mean, there's some beautiful songs on there. You know, everyone knows Hold On Tight, but Ticket to the Moon is just fabulous.
Yeah.
And Twilight and the prologue. As Richard McCook says, you can't play prologue without Twilight. They should go together.
What album has Telephone Line on it?
Telephone Line is New World Record.
Yeah, it's New World Record. I have that one. Yeah. That's got a lot of the big ones on it.
Yeah, it's a huge. That was sort of the precursor to Out of the Blue.
Yeah,
that's where the New World Record is where ELO started getting that polished sound. When that come out, we thought it were brilliant. And how can they back that up? Out of the Blue.
Oh man, what a double album! One of the greatest double albums probably ever produced.
You're absolutely right, Michael.
Without question.
Yeah, no filler, is it? No filler.
None whatsoever. Amazing. I can remember, being a teenager, and we were all into them. You know, a buddy of mine had a Camaro. It was at that time it was 86 or something like that. And we drove around. A couple of things we used to listen to, like all the time, was Beach Boys and ELO, all the time. Yeah.
Now I've met Bevan in the pub.
Oh, cool.
He was in the pub across the road from the venue.
He was my mum's neighbour in Southern Ireland.
Yeah, it's such a lovely man. He just sat there and we had a pint with him and talked music, talked about the Move and Roy Wood and that. It was just great. And he said, see you later. And yeah. Fun memories.
Yeah. He used to live about a quarter of a mile down the road from me mum. In a secluded sort of cottage with land around it and that. But quarter mile away, and he was a neighbour.
Yeah, I mean, you can believe that man, he drummed with Black Sabbath.
Did he really?
Yeah, well, he's big mates with Tony Iommi.
I did not know that.
Yeah, when Bill Ward left, when they made the Born Again album, he just called up his old mate to come and do some drumming. I mean, he's a heavy drummer, Bev. He's a great drummer. So his style of hitting the drums worked well with Black Sabbath. And I've seen recordings of Bev with him, and he did a great job. People laugh, but he is a great drummer. He's a real heavy sounding drummer.
Anyway, Nick, do you have any British to show?
Which Well, have you shown 10?
Not quite, but we're on our 8th record, I think.
9th now. We've just shown our 9th ones.
Oh,
We've only got one left.
Well,
Well,
I only pulled. I just pulled British. I didn't pull any American yet, but I got my 10 British. So whenever.
Okay.
Well, if this is number 9, it's okay because I've got another one to show. I can't not show this band.
No, Ian's already showed Slade already, haven't you, Ian?
I showed the Slade in Flame, but that is a great live album.
Yeah, I
Great band.
managed to get hold of it about a month ago.
Those guys are incredibly huge in Europe, aren't they? In the
They
UK?
were.
I mean,
Oh, gosh, yeah, they were.
yeah, I hear. I mean, almost everybody in the UK just like talks about Slade. They're so iconic of a band.
Well, we do.
Yeah. We've
Well,
always,
they talk about them here, but I think they're far bigger, over there. I think than they are here.
But they were the band of the 70s, I'd say. Slade.
That's what I hear. Yeah, I mean, I've caught a few of their songs, but I haven't. I need to do a deep dive into them.
Yeah. It's a double album, this is. But
Yeah.
each side's only got, 3 or 4 tracks on it.
Is that coloured vinyl or black vinyl?
Coloured. There's
Nice.
the hype sticker. I'll cut it out and put it on the back.
It's like a splatter.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The albums got reissued, didn't they, a couple of years or so ago?
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
I've been picking them up, when I see them. This is the one I've been after for a while.
Are those
The
guys?
live-
Are they still around?
they're all still alive, yes.
Really? Do they put? Do they play a Slade still?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they're on their last tour.
They're coming to Butlins, apparently, in Bognor Regis.
That's
Yeah,
freaking.
that's Dave Hill's version of the band.
Yeah, there's only Dave Hill now. Don Powell's got his own band in
Yeah.
wherever he lives. Jim Lee still makes a bit of music, but when it comes to bands of the 70s, it's the only band with all original members still alive.
Wow. As far as British rock and stuff, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's it. The glam rock era, that's the only band still alive.
Noddy's had a
Some great tracks.
wasn't he?
Them kind of monkeys when I can't swing. I love that.
Well, I'm sure I've heard these songs before. I mean, being a DJ, I haven't heard everything, but I'm sure I've heard a few of these before. But I just never invested a whole lot of time into them. I think I will one day.
Their live at Reading album is superb. But Noddy's got the crowd in the palm of his hand,
And they were a stand-in because Ozzy Osbourne pulled out, and they got Slade in, and the crowd went wild, and it give them that vigor, and outcome will bring the house down and all that,
Yeah.
You see, that's someone else I have met, Noddy Holder. I have met Noddy Holder.
Yeah.
On a railway station. He was waiting for his train at my railway station, and it was 20 minutes to go, so I had a 20-minute conversation with Noddy.
Cool.
And then someone said, "Who was that old man you was talking to?"
That was special.
And there was another member of my staff started sniggering. What's he sniggering at? He says, so my colleague said, he's just a legend in glam rock music in this country.
That's all.
And he says, and that is one of your team leaders' idols. Oh.
Yeah.
What a nice man. What a nice man. I mean, he told me that, he left the band because he was just too tired and didn't want to do it all the time. But none of them fell out. and he regularly meets Dave Hill for dinner on a Sunday. They go to the pub, and it's all happy families, you know. Yeah, that's.
Did you get that sign, Nick? You got to get that sign somehow. You think you can get together with all 4 members these days and get it signed? That'd be great.
I'd love to.
That'd be awesome.
Do you know what? I spent 20 minutes with Noddy Older, and I didn't even ask him for his autograph.
He's probably glad you didn't. He probably went away going, I really like that bloke. He's one of the few that never asked me for my autograph.
No, I knew who he was. I just said to him, I said, I know. I said, I'm being it. I said, but I had to come and say hello.
Right, Michael, the stage is yours, my friend. Over to you.
Do I just rattle off all 10? Did you guys do all 10?
Well, you can go up to 9 if you like.
Okay. Well, let's start off with Val Council.
Oh, yes.
I am a massive Paul Weller fan. Massive. I've seen him twice. And I actually got one of his guitar picks. He was performing and he threw it out into the crowd. And lo and behold, it landed right at my feet. A couple of people tried to get it, but I wrestled it from him. I wish I had it with me. I'll try and find it for next time. But yeah, so the jam was, of course, just a killer band. But when he went off and did the Style Council, I was just so impressed. I said, this guy's songwriting is incredible.
He's a legend.
Because when he goes from the jam to writing stuff like this, you go, holy cow, this guy's he's brilliant. Love it. Love it. Big fan of the Style Council. This band is enormously big favorite of mine, and it's ABC.
Yeah.
Incredibly, this album is so incredibly underrated. It's ridiculous.
It is. I totally agree, Michael. I think that's a super album.
It's fantastic. But coming off of Lexicon of Love, I don't think the fans expected what they got out of this. I was blown away. I said, you guys are incredible. The engineering, one thing ABC always did well was engineer their albums. Their sound, the quality is fantastic. And this sounds really good too. Of course, it has That Was Then, This Was Now. But there's several other great. King Money, I love it. You got a guitar in there that's like Nile Rodgers of Chic. Great guitar work in King Money. But yeah. Another incredible band. This is. Who is this? Anybody tell me?
Don't know.
This is Brotherhood, New Order.
That's what I thought that was.
This album is so good. It is so good. Holy cow, I love this album. Every little
Discovery issue too.
Yeah, every little counts, and I mean, just what a great band. Great band. Of course, offshoot of Joy Division. Then, like I said, I was kind of grabbing as quickly as I could. Another one of my favorite bands is Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Yay!
Yeah, another underappreciated album. I don't know why, for some strange reason, a lot of fans don't like this album, and I just think it's so good. It's a little roughed up here, but don't worry about it.
It's not an inexpensive album, that one, is it? You can find that.
No, this is not hard to find because it just, I don't know. When I was growing up, man, we were like, we love this thing.
They must have sold a lot of them,
Man, Carl Palmer's side is I think Carl Palmer's side is the best side.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and he's the drummer.
He's the man.
Then, of course, how can you not? Jethro Tull.
Oh,
How
brilliant.
can you not, huh?
Minstrel Gallery. What an
Let's go to
album.
the gallery. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I think, and I didn't grab, I know it's around here somewhere. My favorite Tull album, believe it or not, is Heavy Horses.
That's a very underrated album. It's got some great tracks.
Oh man, the drumming on there. Oh, I love Heavy Horses so much. Coming up next, the brilliant Traffic.
Oh,
Low Spark of High Hill Boys. Absolutely one of the greatest albums ever produced, without question. Steve Winwood and the gang at its best. I've never been a big fan of Steve Winwood's solo stuff nearly as much as I love the Traffic stuff. What a superb. This album, if you don't own it, shame on you. This is for any vinyl collector, this is a must get.
Did they do Paper Sun? Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Great song.
Paper Sun. And then, of course, we all love them. And to be honest with you, I like them more than the Beatles. That's my Stones, baby. This is a really, really damn good live album. If you've never heard it.
yeah, it's quite raw, that one is, isn't it?
Isn't it? It's incredibly raw.
I have to look out for that one.
Oh, this is great, man. Yeah. Love the Stones. I know I'm making some enemies. What? He loves the Stones more than the Beatles?
No, you're all right.
Listen, when it comes to songwriting, Beatles got them beat. But when it comes to, overall, what it is to be a rock and roll band, Stones.
It's all subjective. It's what your personal, opinion is, isn't it? So it's absolutely
yeah. And of course, the great Queen.
Yeah, the best album they ever made.
Dude, is this not a killer album or not, man?
the first to show. Yeah.
Brighton Rock is just killer.
Which one?
Brighton Rock.
Yes. Just unbelievable.
Yeah, and Stone Cold Crazy. That is mental.
Oh, yeah.
Ian likes a bit of Queen, don't you?
Yeah, especially that period. That is.
Do you guys remember what you were doing, because I remember very clearly what you were doing when you learned Freddie Mercury passed away?
What was I doing? I was going into work and I had it on my radio, on my earpiece.
I was driving home from Washington, D.C. with a couple of buddies. We're headed back here to Detroit because they both lived here, but they had both moved to DC. And so we're headed back here, me to come home and them to visit your family. And while we're there, on the way back from Washington, D.C., we're driving along the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and all of a sudden we're listening to the radio. Freddie Mercury has died. I went, oh, and from the rest of the time, on the way home from DC in the car, we would flip channels going through all states. Everybody was playing Queen. It was crazy. From state to state, everybody was playing.
I was lucky enough, Michael, to be at Freddie's last ever concert at Nebworth Park.
Oh, wow. That is amazing, dude.
Yeah, it is. At the time, we didn't know, but now it means more.
So he wasn't looking frail at
no, he was on form that night. They did a lot of the older stuff, and he was rocking, and then everyone just thought that was it, and then you saw him get worse, and then to be actually say, well, yeah, I was at his last ever concert. You can't beat that.
No, you can't. Number 9. Oh, this is
Yes.
And when I tell you this is like OMD is probably easily in the top 5 of my favorite electronic bands of all time.
Yeah, I love OMD.
Yeah,
I've seen them.
I've seen them. Brilliant. band.
I've seen them 3 times. The only reason why I didn't get the chance to see them a 4th, I took a date to go see them, and we were on the steps to go inside, and the guy outside said, the show's been canceled. Didn't you hear? I go, no. The drummer, Malcolm, he passed out in Toronto. I think it was Toronto or Toledo. I believe it was Toronto or Toledo. The night before he was supposed to play Detroit, and that was his last show because he had to retire because he went and, they diagnosed him and he had to retire. So the day before Malcolm's last show, the day after Malcolm's last show, I was supposed to go see him. That would have been number 4. So that's all the way up to 9. So
yeah, okay, righto. Thank you, Michael. Right then, it's to me now.
You.
Me now. So my number 9 is another Manchester band I absolutely love, and that is James. And this album.
Yes.
Simon, I told you that they were here like 3 weeks ago, and I didn't see the doggone marquee until it was too late. The night before they were supposed to play,
yes,
I saw the marquee and it said sold out. I was
oh no, gutting. I know. Yeah, Say Something off this album. I love it. Just love that song. It's a great album. And Laid, of course, one of the other hits.
Sometimes on that one, or Sit Down. Sometimes you sit down on that.
Sit Down on this one.
Sometimes.
I think that was a little bit earlier.
That one, the reason why that album is so good, of course, that's the one that was produced by Brian Eno.
Right, that would explain it. I'll say this is probably my favourite.
There's a reason for that.
That'll be it. But yeah, love James. They're still going now, and the music, I think it's just as good as it was back then. It's just a shame it doesn't get into the mainstream like they did back then. But love James. So yes, that's me for my number 9. Right, Richard.
Number 10. All right. Well, it just got shown, but I don't care. And I was actually going to show the same Michael album that Michael just showed.
What was that?
But I'll show Queen 2.
Oh,
the Prague album.
The Prague album. I love Queen. I first heard Queen. My sister had the Night at the Opera album, and I was how old? 9, 8. And I was like, this is so cool. I just loved had the old timey feel and the big, huge, bombastic Queen sound. This was actually the last album of their studio albums that I picked up when I realized I didn't have it. And I went, how do I not have Queen 2? What the F? Went out and picked it up, and this quickly became one of my very favorite.
You've got the one, yeah. You've got the one that opens all over the place, yeah.
yeah. That's my favorite Queen album.
This has become, very much so. My favorite for the longest time was always News of the World.
News of the World.
I love that album too.
Yeah.
But this was quickly became a high-ranking Queen album for me. But
I think the reason why that's my favorite is that is the most cohesive album they ever did. Like, it's a whole story. It's a whole concept.
Yeah, and then
Dave Pickup Artist says that's the best Queen album.
It truly is amazing.
Nah, it's just got it's killer track after killer track.
Yeah.
How did I wait so long to get this? I don't know. I didn't even have it on CD, and I looked at my collection. I'm like, wait, I don't have Queen 2. I fixed that real fast.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I need to grab some American titles.
Yeah, I'll be doing that shortly. Ian.
Right. I'm going to end not with a rock album. I'm going to end with a synthesizer type band.
Okay.
It's Ultravox.
Oh, come on. Yes, baby. Yes.
Yeah, the Quartet album, which is one of my favourite albums. I mean, I've always showed Vienna the album, but I thought today I'd show Quartet because it has got a few of my favourite tracks on here. Mine for Life, that guitar work is brilliant. We Came to Dance, really nice song. It's got him, Reap the Wild Wind. It's just full of classic Ultravox songs. I really love this band. I love them from their punk days right up to this.
Michael, you might need to grab some American things because I don't know if Nick's going to have anything to show.
Very well.
So,
Yeah, so there we go.
I have a love affair with, okay, when I
had got reserve just in case someone had was going to show that. My reserve was that. Barclay James Harvest 12.
Oh.
One of my favourite bands. So that was my. So there you go. That's my UK bands.
Favourite 10.
Yeah. Well, the rogue. Me going rogue.
Yeah. Rogue Ian.
Rogue Ian, yeah.
Right, over to Nick then. Wherever British stuff remains, Nick.
Yeah. I've got to show this artist. I picked this album up at Leeds Record Fair the other week, and I listened to it for the first time. Well, I've heard it in the past. I mean, today and for the past few weeks, I've been trying to play catch up with everything and anything that needs playing and listening to. And
Yes.
Well done. Well done.
I was stoked, really stoked to come across this at Leeds. Couldn't get my hand in it. Sorry?
What year did that come out?
I've been trying to read it on the record label. I think it's 86.
It was 80 something, yeah.
Yeah, I think you may be right. I'll just check.
It is very 80s. It is very 80s production, very 80s sort of pop, mixed in with his usual sort of, I don't know what you call Android type music.
Yeah, 1986, Nick.
Yeah. Brilliant. Absolutely love it.
I liked him with his blonde hair and his dark shades. He looked a bit of a dude, didn't he?
Yeah, well, I remember back in the day queuing up to buy a copy of Our Friends Electric from W.H. Smith's in Kettering, and my mum was doing her best to sort of dissuade me from doing so. I don't think she liked this little sort of funny-looking chap with his bleached blonde hair and eyeliner and painted fingernails, and it was like, oh, don't you want to buy a record by Blondie instead? All the boys like Blondie, but no, I wanted Our Friends Electric, and I was a fan ever since.
Good man.
It's a bit like when my granddad was watching Top of the Pops when Freddie Mercury came on and did Kill a Queen in Eye Shadow and black lacquer on his fingernails. I won't say what he says because it's not very politically correct, but
yeah. Anyway, I preferred Toya to Blondie anyway.
And rightly so.
Yeah.
Is that everything, Nick? Is that all British?
Yeah, I could show loads. I could show. I'll quickly just show this, and I won't say nothing.
Ooh.
Brilliant.
Ian Jerry.
Yeah. There he is.
Yeah. Great album.
There you go.
Cool. Right, so Michael's still looking for his American. I've got
number 10, right?
Yeah, I've got my last one to do for British. So my final British favourite is the Welsh band Stereophonics.
I
I love the Stereophonics, but
They're good.
I do find maybe about 3-4 albums in, they're just not quite as good maybe as they once were. Still make great hits, but their albums I don't think quite as strong as some of the earlier ones. But yeah, I love the Stereophonics, so I'll give them a mention as my number 10. So that is me done. So American. So we are almost 2 hours and we've not even touched the American stuff yet. So
You want me to draw out my number 10 still?
yeah. We'll come around and we'll do you in a bit. Michael. We've still got some. So I'm gonna start the ball rolling. Bear with me because I was going to show more of the older ones, and then work my way into the sort of more modern.
Okay, now are we still on the American, or on the British, or are we going to the Americans now?
We're going to the American stuff now. Your favorite top 10 American artists.
I still have a 10th one for the British I haven't shown.
Okay, we can do that then. We'll show that then.
Yeah. So my 10th one, of course, this is one of my all-time favorite artists, period.
Had to be.
This
Right.
album is I just think it's just one of the greatest ever. It's just fantastic. I was fortunate enough to see him 2019. He did a solo tour, came to Detroit, and for that particular tour, he did all of the songs off of Avalon, as well as other Fairy and Rock's music hits. When I saw the set list that he played, I said, "Are you in my head?" Because I would have literally taken every song that he had on his set list that night. Would have been my set list. I couldn't have asked for a better roster of songs when I went to see an artist. If I in my head said, "Man, I hope Brian Ferry plays this," and he played that. Incredible.
It doesn't happen very often, does it?
What was that again?
Doesn't happen very often, does it? When you go to a gig,
No,
and every track is what
every track was something I would have wanted to hear. Yeah, great.
Good choice, Mike.
Oh, let me.
Well,
grab-
then we'll go round to Richard because Richard started off first. So if it's all right with you, Richard, start off the American top 10.
For sure. All right, I'm going way back into time. My American list literally covers old stuff to new stuff, but you cannot talk about favorite American bands without talking about Beach Boys and Pet Sounds.
Oh,
Whatever era of Beach Boys is your jam, this is my jam. I was really late to the game on Pet Sounds. I would hear it, and and that's my other one.
Yeah, I went with this one. Pet Sounds.
That was my father's album, and
Yeah.
I still have that one. I love Endless Summer, and I love Pet Sounds.
Yeah.
They're the
Great call.
only two Beach Boys albums I own, and they're the only two Beach Boys albums. Classic in every way, but so good.
I'll remove that one from my list then as we've shown that one. Right. But yeah, great band. American's best band, I think. But would you agree with that, Richard?
Oh, by far, completely. But I got some other ones on this list. They'll be like, oh yeah, they're good too.
Oh, of course. Cool. Right then, Ian.
Well, my first American band, they're siblings, and it was one of my mum's favourite artists. And I've all of a sudden got really, Simon has noticed this, that I've gone back to my childhood, and it's, of course, the Carpenters.
Oh yes.
Yes.
And this is their Horizons album, which has got Solitaire and Only Yesterday. Karen is at her best on this album. And this, of course, is the Little Flip version.
Yep.
Thank you very much. I picked this up at Leeds not so long ago. So It's a lovely album to have in my collection now. I just think this is where Carpenters were at their best.
Mhm.
I mean, I love Solitaire. It's a wonderful song. I mean, it's got Please Mr. Postman on here as well. Another great song on here is the opening track, Aurora. It's just wonderful. And I just can't get enough of the Carpenters at the moment. It's funny, isn't it, that I've sort of gone back to...
Well, they're such a lovely group to listen to, aren't
Yeah,
they? Oh, yeah.
I really do love that album.
Good choice.
And Karen Carpenter's singing style with that it just hits all the right parts. You just go, ooh, when you hear it, because she's such a magical voice.
Very, very haunting vocals, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, she's especially on Solitaire. Oh, I had that on the headphones not so long ago because it's a long time.
They go through you, don't they?
Oh, I was.
Right, Nick, over to you.
I've only got 5. I've only managed to pull out 5 albums
That's all right.
quickly. As a lot of people know, I'm a great fan of two-tone, ska, reggae, rocksteady.
Oh yeah.
I've never been a massive fan of American ska punk, which is like a faster, more up-tempo version of our two-tone. But I've sort of quite warming to it, and there's not a lot to see here. This is the Green album by an American ska punk band called Skankin' Pickle.
New to me.
As they were me. But I'm slowly warming to American ska punk stuff. But this is easy for me to sort of pull out.
Nobody does ska like the Brits. Nobody does ska like the Brits.
Well, the Jamaicans do.
I'm sorry. Take that back. You're right.
I hope so.
yeah.
I couldn't remember any songs from this, but I'm sort of slowly warming to American ska punk. And this is, like I say, a band called Skankin' Pickle. I can't even remember where they're from. No. There you go. The Green album by Skankin' Pickle.
And we lost a legend last year. Was it last year or early this year? We lost Terry Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a real bummer, man. Oh.
Well, three of them are gone from specials. You got John Bradbury, the drummer. He passed away a few years ago.
Yeah.
Rico Rodriguez played trombone.
Yeah.
He's been gone a few years. And, of course, Terry Hall.
Yeah, after Terry died, I guess the band decided to go dark because I don't think they're going to be doing anything else ever again.
No.
Yeah.
Probably not.
And he's still young. I mean, was he like 61 or something?
Yeah, he wasn't that old.
Oh, that drives me crazy.
I even love Fun Boy 3. You know.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Fun Boy 3 was great.
Right, Michael.
Yes.
American.
Well, we'll start off one real quick. Pointer Sisters.
Oh, yeah. Breakout. Yeah, I've got that.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest album because this I mean, they were super hot, man. They were doing soundtracks.
4 or 5 hits off that one, haven't they?
What was that again?
About 4 or 5 hits off that one, haven't they?
Yeah, man. Jump is on here, Automatic. I'm so excited. Neutron Dance. I mean, wow. What an album. But I mean, they were just on top of the world. They couldn't be touched at one time. For about 2-3 years, man, they were owning it.
Yeah. It's automatic on there, isn't it?
It's Automatic.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, I
stuff.
love Jump. I think Jump's brilliant.
Yeah, there's some really great, great songs. Put it on, the club is going crazy.
Yes. Well, I've gone with another oldie. We're doing the oldies first, and then we'll work my way up into the sort of more modern. And this was an album with Ian.
Oh,
Buddy
cool.
Holly story. A legend in music, I think, Buddy Holly.
Indeed.
We wouldn't have Elvis Costello if it wasn't for Buddy Holly.
Yeah. Well, maybe so.
At least his look.
Yeah, similar in looks, aren't they? But what would have been? I mean, he was so young when he passed. Was he 23? What could he produce had he lived? You know, if he had that potential then at such a young age, you know, it's a tragedy. But love Buddy Holly. I was brought up listening to Buddy Holly thanks to my dad playing the greatest hits on cassette in the car. But yeah, great starting point to get into music, Buddy Holly. Yeah, I'm going to say, I don't think he's ever done a bad song, let alone a bad album. You know, yeah, there you go. Right, Richard.
There we go.
Sorry, yeah, I saw it.
I put that one as a reserve because I knew you may show yours. So, but yeah, what an album! That's all I can say.
Yeah.
There we go.
Still holds up well today, doesn't it? Plays well, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think he got it out of his suitcase and it was on the turntable within 5 minutes.
Yeah, great stuff. All right, then, Richard.
All right, another guy you cannot talk about without saying, American favorite.
All right.
The king of rock and roll.
Of course.
Elvis, of course. 50s Elvis, 60s Elvis. I love this era, the comeback album era of Elvis. After he got the movies out of his system with those, god awful soundtrack albums, and got back to business. And this is fantastic. This was a Record Store Day issue that have there were 2 shows when they recorded the TV special, and kind of combines everything that was done over two different shows. Super album, super artist, influenced everybody. They say that you wouldn't have had the Beatles without Elvis. Who knows? But the guy died at 42. I couldn't believe it. I was a massive fan of Elvis in the 70s. Growing up, I was buying his latest stuff in the 70s, and I loved it. And I still love 70s output of Elvis. Then he was gone, and I went a different direction, which you'll see probably next round. But yeah, hugely influential.
Yeah, the other week, Richard, I went to see an Elvis tribute by a guy called Ben Portsmouth. And he does different sort of settings. He came in and wore the black leather for the revival show, and then after they had a break, and he came back and he basically did a Vegas set with the Whites, and you close your eyes to thought you was listening to Elvis. He was brilliant. He did the whole lot. Brilliant show. One of the best Elvis nights I've ever been to. He does go to America, so if you hear a Ben Portsmouth come into a theatre near you, go and see him.
It's interesting. It seems like Elvis impersonators, there aren't a lot that I know of, especially not on a touring level, that it seems like it's more of a British thing, because there's Gary Newman groups that are big. They have massive followings, and there's Elvis impersonators, and so it seems like it's a bigger thing in Europe than it is here at all.
Yeah, I think it's falling off. Yeah, it's falling off, Richard, because I remember growing up when every time that particular time of year came up, the news, everybody would talk about Graceland.
Yep.
Every time, every anniversary of his death, it made the news. Nobody talks about that anymore. It's not an annual thing.
Yeah, you might see a post on Facebook or Instagram, and that's about it. Yeah.
it's like that's totally almost disappeared. They really don't talk about the whole Graceland thing, anything. It used to be, like I said, an annual thing, but yeah, I agree, Richard. It doesn't have the spark it used to have. That's for sure. Yeah.
Right then, Ian. You have.
Okay, let's go back to 1978. Not much happening in the rock in both sides of the Atlantic. And then an album, probably one of the best debut albums to ever come out of America.
Yes.
The first 3 tracks just says it all. Dancing with the Devil, Eruption, and a cover of You Really Got Me. Just blew the world away. With Eddie Van Halen's incredible guitar work and his brother's drumming. This is just one of the best debut albums to ever hit the shores of any country. This is brilliant. That's all I can say about it. I love this album.
You know, and I was going to pull Sammy Hagar just to cover Montrose, Sammy Hagar, and Van Halen in kind of one go to say Sammy's favorite and expected.
Yeah, but I love Sammy Hagar, you know, Richard. Like you, I'm a huge Sammy fan, and you know his contribution to this band was immense as well. But this is always will stick out there as
yes, agree.
Because to be there when this come out and to hear this, because even though this was big in England as well in '78, it just exploded the world. This album. There we go. Van Halen.
Van Halen. The late great Van Halen.
Yeah. I did see him twice, and he was just fantastic.
Nick, over to you.
Yeah, this is a 12-inch single. I've got the album Fresh Fruit for Rotten Vegetables.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah. But
oh yeah, Holiday in Cambodia.
Cambodia. Right.
Holiday in Cambodia.
Yeah. and Nazi Punk's "Fuck Off" is a great song.
Yeah.
And then of course
California Uber Alice.
And of course the classic "Too Drunk to Fuck." Oh
yeah.
What a song.
I dearly want to.
My friends, but that is the name of the song, people. I hope you're not offended.
No,
we're British. We're punks. We're all.
I was hoping I was in good company.
I'd love to get hold of the album Frankenchrist as well.
Oh yeah,
but it would have to have the Rude poster with it.
Yes.
But I know somebody in the VC is British who's got it with the poster, and I've tried buying it off of him. no luck.
I'm
Probably
sorry, Simon. Simon, was I supposed? I shouldn't have cursed, should I?
No, you're right.
Okay.
You was cursing because it's unallowed, but it's a title of a song, and that is permitted in my book.
They are titles. They are true titles. Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah. So there you go.
Right, Michael.
Yes.
To you.
Now, did they have to be rock? It could be all any genre, right?
Yeah, of course. Anything.
Love these guys. The Fifth Dimension. Talk about an amazing vocal group. These are probably a top 10, one of the greatest vocal groups ever. Incredible sound. And then, of course, two of the members married. That was hold on a second here. Billy Davis Jr. and Marilyn McCoo. They became a couple when the band was formed. Then he eventually got married. Still together to this day. Oh man, how many years? Well over 50 years of marriage.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw him in an interview. They look incredible for their age. Still vibrant. Still go out and do shows and everything. Yeah.
Does this record still get played on your decks?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've got about 4 or 5 Fifth Dimension albums.
Yeah.
She still tours as Fifth Dimension with other members now, but she's kept it going.
Oh wow.
He's passed away, and this gentleman here has passed away. But yeah, so Fifth Dimension, love them.
I think you hit your microphone there, Michael.
Yep. There we go.
There you go. Right. Over to me now, isn't it? So yeah, taking a very different direction to any of those artists. I'm still in the 50s, and I love this artist. He was only kind of briefly in which was considered rock and roll, and he kind of opted out because of his religious beliefs. But that's that guy who we're talking about, still going today, and that is Pat Boone. I suppose it's the romanticist in me which loves these songs, such as "I'll Be Home," "Ain't That a Shame," I Almost Lost My Mind. "Friendly Persuasion" was, of course, from the movie, sung in the old English language. "Don't Forbid Me," "Love Letters in the Sand," "Remember You're Mine." I mean, these are gold. It's just absolute gold.
Well, you'd be blown away. I didn't know you had that much in for Pat Boone.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, here in the States, he's a running joke, bro. He is a running.
Yeah.
I know, but all that aside, we're just talking about the music, you know.
I know.
But yeah, I love Pat Boone's music, and you know, this particular compilation are the original recordings. A lot of his stuff was re-recorded, and it's nice to have the original recordings. I think they sound the best. So of course, yeah, Speedy Gonzales as well was another hit. Johnny Will, Moody River, I think they're all hits. 2-disc set, just all of the hits.
And he made white patent leather shoes the thing.
Sorry.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, back in the day, he used to wear white patent leather shoes. It caught on, and people started wearing them. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's considered kind of a joke here, but he did a couple of things that were kind of kind of different and unique, and got into the culture. And white patent leather shoes was one of them.
For a brief moment, he was up there with the likes of Elvis. I mean, not quite the same stature, but on similar.
Yeah, but the problem with Pat Boone is everybody thought he just sounded too plastic. They didn't find a whole lot of oomph.
Yeah, well, I mean, they call this rock and roll, but it's not really rock and roll, is it? But it's still considered early 50s rock and roll. But,
that might have been pushing it.
Yeah, I know it is, but I love his music anyway.
Dude, we all have our guilty pleasures.
We do. Yes, and yes, that's what Jimmy says. Has anyone seen Pat Boone in The Journey of the Centre of the Earth with James Manson?
Yes.
I've seen it. Yeah. Quite a few movies, actually.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So, yeah. Anyway, Richard.
Yeah, jack of all trades, Pat Boone. Oh, dear.
Yes.
Cringe. Sorry. All right. I told you I came out of my Elvis phase and dropped right into my Kiss phase.
Oh, there you go.
Say what you will about Kiss. Say they're hokey. Say they were theater. Say they're not rock and roll. Say they were crappy. Whatever. I was hooked. Love Gun was my first album. Backtracked, and I was like, did these guys ever make a bad album? Not in my opinion. Until later, and they started kind of, when the band was falling apart, their product declined. But I picked this because of the longevity piece, and it's a band that I liked all the way back from the 70s, into the 80s, some of the 90s, and then when the band kind of fragmented, pieces of the band still stuck with me, like Ace Frehley, who we lost recently. I followed Ace's solo career for years and years and years. So Kiss is pretty high on my favorites list. This is my OG with the original sticker chart thingy. And believe it or not, the order form.
Oh, fantastic. That's worth it. That's just worth its weight in gold with that, isn't it, really?
Tell me about it. Yeah, this is my OG copy from 78, I think that came out, somewhere around there. But anyway, yep, Rock and Roll Over, solid rock. This was a fantastic Kiss album, in my opinion.
Oh, a major Kiss fan. Was actually the very first concert I ever saw was Kiss.
Woo-hoo. I saw them rather late. I saw them on their reunion tour, but it was with the original lineup. So I was happy. I saw that.
Right, Ian.
Right, I love the blues, and one of my favourite blues bands is ZZ Top. So I'm going to show the very first album.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, this is in the days. There's a picture of them then. I don't know. Billy looks like if he should be in the leading a prayer group, not playing in a blues band. It's got some great tracks on here. Brown Sugar's great. I love Somebody Else Is Shaking Your Tree. Certified Blues thing. That up until Eliminator, that was solid, and then they went all 80s crap, and then they come back with this gritty blues. But this is, I love their early albums, and this is a very underrated album and doesn't get much love anywhere. They don't get, people in the UK Eliminators where they come in and they just dismiss anything before Eliminator, which is pretty sad, really.
I would say anything prior to Eliminator is actually quite hard to find around here. So,
yeah, I've got everything up to. I think the last one I brought was the one that's got the one from Back to the Future 3 on it, and then I stopped. But yeah, I've got all the classics, all the great bluesy rock albums.
Yeah, I've never seen that actually before.
No, because you're uneducated, Ray. Go and listen to their proper stuff.
Hey, it's Ray. What's going on?
Yeah, go and listen to some proper ZZ Top. This is proper ZZ Top. None of you woke up with Wood on the other blooming awful album.
I don't mean that.
Yeah.
Too much information.
Right then, Nick, over to you.
I wish I'd been able to pull out a Cramps album. I could have given you a definitive favourite all-time American bands list. Well, at least the top 5. So I've got one. I've only got three more. This is one of them. Absolutely love Tina Turner.
Oh, for sure.
What a voice. What a pair of legs.
Early Tina Turner.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a German pressing, actually. I absolutely adore River Deep Mountain High. It's one of my favourite songs of all time.
Yep.
She looks so different.
Fantastic. What an awful life, I suppose. You're married to that evil bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a monster.
Yeah.
You know
There you
that
go.
a movie. What was the movie? What he did.
What's love got to do with it? Was it called that?
I can't even. I cannot. That scene with her and Lawrence Fishburne.
I've never seen it. Never seen it.
It's so real. I can't even watch it.
Mhm.
It's an incredibly powerful scene when he's abusing her, but
Yeah.
it's so disturbing. I can't even watch that particular scene. I just fast forward past it. But yeah, she was
Yeah.
she was
What a voice. What a woman.
she became a citizen of Sweden.
Switzerland.
Oh, was it Switzerland?
Switzerland, yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I take it back. I meant to say Switzerland. You're right.
Fantastic. Love Tina Turner. Brilliant.
Great legs she had.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lovely woman.
Right, Michael.
Well, timing was perfect.
There you go.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, how many hits came off of this one? I mean, just amazing. I mean, just incredible. Yeah. Good old Tina. Yeah. Nothing more to be said.
Right, Tina out the way. Over to me. One of the best of all time.
Frank,
Frankie,
Of course.
come fly with me.
come fly with
Yeah.
me.
Great album cover art.
Great album cover, right? Yeah, it is.
And
It's
one of
one-
his best ever albums, I'd say.
I think so. Yeah. What's not been said about Frank Sinatra is maybe one of the greatest singers of all time.
I got at least 7 or 8 albums by him.
I've got numerous. I've got probably over 20 albums, compilations albums of Frank Sinatra. How many albums did he do? What, 50? I don't know.
Oh God. Well,
He did a lot because I did that series on him.
Yeah.
he did so many.
What I admire about his career is like he done this. Obviously he was going as a young man, but like he really kind of came into like superstardom later on in age, into his 60s. Which it's not been done before. I don't think. I don't think there's another. There might be another example, but I can't.
Well, it's rare that an artist gets better,
Yeah.
especially when he's damn near a senior citizen.
Yeah. So like in the 60s, I think was kind of like his peak. I would say writing his best stuff. Well, he didn't actually write anything, did he? But singing his best material.
Yeah.
No, he might have dabbled. He might have dabbled in it a bit, but the majority of his stuff was written and composed for him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But,
And of course, the reason why he stands out is because he can take anybody's song and make it his own.
his own, yeah.
So
The way he's able to sort of drag those kind of notes out, some of those songs he's able to do. I don't think there's any other artist that can kind of hold certain notes like he could. Love Frank Sinatra. So one of the best ever. Right then, now over to you, Richard.
hello. Gonna jump into 70s ish. It took me a long time to kind of get into the punkier side of punk, kind of discerning between East Coast, West Coast. But Blondie certainly set my ears on fire.
Of course.
Eat to the Beat, definitely my favorite Blondie album. Punk influences, but they're not like, X or something from LA. It's a different style, more pop punk than punk, if you will. But, Dreaming was fantastic. Debbie Harry is Debbie Harry. What are you going to say about Debbie Harry? So, yeah. Hugely influential, massively popular, sold shitloads on both sides of the pond, I'm sure. And yeah, I love Blondie. I still, again, it's one of that longevity thing. I saw them on the Pollinator tour with Garbage opening. That was what, 2008, 10, somewhere around there. And it was fantastic. You know, Blondie still is Blondie, and I understand that they're in the studio doing it. So I'm going, ooh, that could be interesting.
Well, you know, they just lost the drummer.
Right.
Yeah,
That was their first album without, was it Clem Burke, right?
yeah. And that was, it's only been about 6 months. It hadn't even been a whole year. Just
It's been a while. I think
That's
it's pretty close to a year.
yeah.
And I don't know who they found to do drumming.
So you're telling me they already got a new drummer and they're getting ready to produce another album? Wow.
That's my understanding. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So it'll be interesting to see what comes out of it. But yep, Blondie, huge favorite.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to see Blondie, the group, live, but I saw Debbie Harry. It was a triple bill. Tom Tom Club, Debbie Harry, and then Jerry Harrison, if you remember correctly from Talking Heads, had his own band called Casual Gods.
Yeah.
It was all three of those bands. It was really interesting.
That's very interesting. That's a strange bill.
It's a strange bill. Yeah.
Over to you, Ian.
Right, so I'm carrying on with a blues theme, but before we do that, I'm not going to show this album, but I will show the inside of it.
Oh, I recognize that.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
And yes, I saw her live, and I was very close
Yeah.
to her.
yeah.
Wonderful. Oh, fantastic.
Yes. Anyway, back to the one I'm going to show. I love my blues, and I've been to the home of the city where this man was born, because I'm a big fan of Muddy Waters.
Oh, yeah.
Waters, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I went to the Chicago Blues Club one night, and to hear Muddy Waters songs being played in Chicago by a band is incredible. You know, the home of the blues, Chicago blues, and there I am listening to Muddy Waters in Chicago. This is a great little compilation. Manish Boy, Champagne and Reefers on here. Hoochie Coochie Manicas, I'll Be Satisfied. I'm a King Bee. Brilliant album. Brilliant.
Nice.
Yes, one of the ones you sent me. So yeah, it's just a brilliant album, and I just love Muddy Waters.
Yeah. Great
One
one.
of the great Muddy Waters.
Great blues artist, would you say?
He's got to be, isn't he?
Yeah, he's up there.
He'll be out there.
With John Lee Hooker and
Robert Johnson.
Robert Johnson.
I actually saw his great niece in that same club, Shirley Johnson.
Oh, cool. I did get a chance to see John Lee Hooker. He opened for Johnny Winter.
Oh, wow.
I've seen Albert Collins. He came on stage with Gary Moore at Shepherd Bush Empire.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, I love the blues. I am a big blues fan.
Johnny Winter idolised, didn't he? Muddy Waters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because people said to me, why did you go? Why do you, of all the places in America you could take an holiday, you went to Chicago? I love the blues. Why wouldn't I want to go? Why would I go anywhere else?
Right. Simon will tell you, I want to come to the UK. There's specific things I want to go there for. You know?
Yeah. It's going to happen next year, I reckon, won't it?
Oh, hoping and praying. That'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be great.
We'll show you some British culture, Michael.
Oh man, I want to so bad.
Yeah. Make it happen. Anyway, Nick, over to you. Have you got anything?
Yeah, I've only got 2 left. But I realised I could have showed that one as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ike and Tina Turner. Yeah.
I always love that album cover too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really.
It's live in Paris. But my number 2 American band by a smidgen, and the city Detroit's been
Thank
mentioned, the home of Motown.
Of course. Of course.
Mm.
Four times.
Absolutely love the Four Tops. Levi Stubbs and the boys.
What a
What
voice.
voices! Wonderful voices.
He had that grit, that roughness underneath. Oh, what a
Yeah.
oh.
Don't walk away, Renee. I mean, I consider myself a bit of a rough and ready chap. I'm a rum old bastard, but that song can reduce me to a quivering jelly. Don't walk away, Renee.
Yeah.
And I love that track as well. Life is just a simple game as well. Fantastic band. I think they're all gone now, aren't they? I can't remember the chap's name with the glasses, but I think he was the last one.
Yeah, I think they've no. Yeah, I think wait a minute. I think one guy is still alive.
Visible Rain, is it?
I could be wrong, but
yeah,
it's a great band.
Absolutely love the Four Tops. I think the greatest band to come out of the Motown era.
I'm with you on that, Nick. I think I like them more than the Temptations.
Yeah.
Their songs had, I don't know, there's something that had more fire to them. And it had to be Levi Stubbs.
Yeah. There you go. My number 2 American band, the Four Tops.
Wow.
Love them.
Good choice.
Right. Michael.
Yes, sir. All right. Going with Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, these guys are amazing artists. Maurice White, of course, who was the founder, passed away several years ago, but he passed the legacy on to his brother, and they're still going. They're still going strong. I think one of the greatest songs to ever come out of the 80s was Easy to Love Her, which was Phil Collins and one of the lead singers of Earth, Wind, and Fire. Name escapes you. I don't know why. Anyway, but yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Really love these guys.
All right.
Philip Bailey. That's it.
More cringe, I'm afraid. Sorry.
More cringe?
Bobby Vinton.
I don't know, man. I kind of dug Bobby Vinton.
I like Bobby Vinton.
I like him.
Blue Velvet.
Oh, beautiful.
Roses of Red. Blue on Blue. Mr. Lonely.
Yeah.
Let's Kiss and Make Up. Heart Belongs to Only You, which I think is a song from the 30s. I think it's an really oldie, covered by him. There, I've said it again. Rain, Rain, Go Away. I Love You the Way You Are. Over the Mountain. Trouble Is My Middle Name. Tell Me Why. And a cover of Halfway to Paradise on here. I really like Bobby Vinton. What can I say? I love his songs. I love his music.
I don't put him in the same category as Pat Boone. I think he's got a little bit more sauce to him. I like his stuff.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not quite so lovey-dovey as...
Exactly.
Not quite as much.
Or plasticky.
Yeah. Anyway, Richard, over to you.
All right, I'm going to flip the thing. We're going to talk about 1990s industrial.
Oh, don't you start.
Oh, hang on. 1992, I went to Lollapalooza 2.
Ooh.
Pearl Jam, Red Hot Chili Peppers, I think it was Ice Cube, Lush, and this band that played kind of in the middle of the afternoon, and they were like, noise ordinance? What noise ordinance? Ministry.
Oh, yeah.
I freaking love Ministry. I love the aggression. I love the just burn. I love Al Jorgensen, despite his almost Lemmy-esque reputation of just being like, how are you still alive, man? Type thing. The fury of 69 and the political bashing of like Bush era politics was just astonishingly good. And I respect this album upside down, forwards, backwards, and in between. What was that song? Jesus Built My Hot Rod. My God, what a song.
Yeah.
Gibby James is on vocals on it, and it just slays. It's so aggressive and fun. I have seen this band probably 8 or 9 times over the years, and it was the last band in my 40s that I was in the mosh pit because I was just like, I don't freaking care. It was so much fun. So I have massive respect for Ministry. It's Ministry. Loud AF. And yeah, aggressive is all that too. So I adore Ministry. They're my favorite bands. Their output is getting a little weird for me, and I haven't bought any of their newer stuff. But yeah, up till about, when he was, Al Jorgensen was really ripping into the Bush administration, that it got kind of weird. Okay, I'm done.
I think I'm surprised.
Yeah, I saw Ministry last year. Now check this out. This is a triple bill as well. Ministry, Frontline Assembly, and Gary Newman.
I was going to go see that here. That tour.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so do you know the tour I'm talking about? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
And yeah, I was like, I didn't want to see Ministry again because I've seen them so many times, and I didn't want to see Gary Newman opening for someone else. So I'd rather see
Richard. I was super disappointed in Ministry.
Oh.
I'll tell you why. Al Jorgensen hates With Sympathy, that real early Ministry album. Well, recently he's come to have an appreciation for it because he said his band members took and reworked those songs, and he went, "Wow, I actually like them." He's been playing songs from With Sympathy on his tour, but when he came to Detroit, he didn't play one song from it.
What?
I was so mad.
They had a few side projects, didn't they? Was it PFP or something like that? Was it called?
What was that again?
Ministry had a few side projects, did they not? Under different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Well,
Yeah.
Ministry, different members of Ministry. Wax Trax was a label in Chicago, and they brought in a lot of the foreign industrial bands. And Ministry was a part of that. A lot of these bands overlapped with each other.
Wasn't it called PFT or PFT or something like that? It's called.
Well, members of Ministry were in Front 242. They were also in the Revolting Cocks. I think there was, I love the name of that. But they were intermixed. The Revolting Cocks actually went on their final tour. This last year was supposedly their final, but everybody says that. But and then I was fortunate to see Front 242 2 years ago. Last year they stopped performing live, so I lucked out on that.
I know them from the RoboCop movie where he goes into like the disco tech room and they're playing "Show Me Your Spine." That's how I got to know.
Yes. Yeah. Great. But yeah, I was so mad at Jorgensen for that.
I would have been too, especially if that's why you went to go see it for that reason and you didn't get what you
not
wanted.
just for that, but that would have been such the icing on the cake because I saw another video on YouTube of a show he did like 4 or 5 days later, and he was doing With Sympathy in his set.
Wow.
Anyway, moving on to Ian.
Yeah, before I go, no, I didn't have to look it up on Wikipedia, Ray, because I am a huge Colin Dexter fan. and I have read every Colin Dexter book. Thank you. Okay, I've had music that's influenced by that I got to know through my mum and my dad. But how about your granddad? Now, my granddad was a huge fan.
Oh, yes.
I had a feeling this was coming.
Yeah, you knew. You just know me. My granddad got me into
Take
Dave
five.
Brubeck.
Take
I
5.
love Dave Brubeck. I think he's one of the most talented jazz musicians
Ever.
ever.
Yep.
Indeed.
Take 5 is just
Oh. It's a
on the
masterpiece.
square dance. I love that. Campton Races. It's just, this is a great compilation. I'm thank Simon for this because he knew that I was a Dave Brubeck fan.
That was a bargain when I brought that years ago. That was like £5.
Yeah, it's got all the hits. I play this a lot since I've had it. I play it all the time.
Yeah. But Slade, we've had a bit Slade, Ray. Slade's been done. We're on to the American stuff now.
Yeah, so yeah, another great artist, influenced by my granddad. God rest his soul.
Yes.
I showed Dave Brubeck in my jazz thing I did yesterday. Yeah.
Well, you can't mention jazz without Dave Brubeck, can you?
Of course not.
No.
That'd be silly.
Right then, Nick. Over to you. Your last one, isn't it?
Yeah, this is my last one. I'll stay and watch. If finding the Gary Newman or coming across the Gary Newman LP at Leeds was a real shock and surprise. Coming across this album by this band, my favourite American band, and I've said it many a time and I'll say it again, everybody should make a little room in their hearts for the B-52s.
Of
Yes,
course.
indeed.
They get a lot of love, B-52s. Yeah.
That's kind of an underrated album right there. I like that album.
Very hard to
Very,
find.
very, very, well, it is. It's 86, but it sounds very 80s pop.
Great cover.
Yeah, I believe they finished their American tour, haven't they, recently?
Yeah, they were on a bill with Devo, who I saw a couple of months ago. I've been on a tear recently. I've been on
Lena Lovitch as well.
Yeah, Lena Lovitch. Yeah, it was a 3 bill.
I wish they'd tour over here.
You know, Fred Schneider got talked into that tour. He actually has retired from performing live, and then he was doing one of those cruises, and Devo was on the cruise, and they talked him into doing a tour. That's why they're touring now with Devo. Devo talked him into it.
All right.
Yeah.
I know Kate's, I think she's released a solo album. And I'm sure Cindy has as well. Or they're in the pipeline. I don't know. But yeah, stoked to death to have found that.
That's a good
I think
find.
I only need two more now, then I've got all the studio albums.
How many have they done?
I've always had a little crush on Kate Pearson.
I think she's gay, isn't she?
Is
Isn't she living? Is she
I think she's
married to another woman or something like that?
I did not know.
I think. Well, I could be wrong. I normally am.
Well, I guess
But,
that ends my chances.
See, I was
there you
gonna
go.
say that one.
B-52's my favourite American group.
That's a good album.
Yeah. But I see, I brought lots of out knowing that people would. That was no. I have got a replacement. So
Right. Over to Michael.
All right. And I'm going to save some other ones for last, some little surprises. But
Sure.
of course, in my opinion, easy top 5 greatest musicians ever in the world on this planet, ever.
One of the best albums, isn't it?
Indeed.
And we've got to stop talking about who was better, Michael Jackson or Prince, when obviously Prince blows Michael Jackson out of the water. And if you want to argue with me, we can do that another show. But I'll give you all the reasons why he is. But this,
I'm not showing neither.
well, actually, I shouldn't say he doesn't blow Michael away. But I just think he's a better artist overall. But no, yeah, I mean, what is there to say about this guy? He's just amazing. His guitar playing. I don't know if you guys ever see when he was a part of the tribute to George Harrison.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that, Michael. It was incredible, wasn't it? They were amazed. They were amazed.
I still can't figure out what happened to that guitar. At the very end of his performance, he throws it up in the air and it disappears. Take a look at that video. He'll throw the guitar up in the air. And you never see it land. I'm like, where did the guitar go? Yeah. So,
I mean, he's a phenomenal instrumentalist as well, isn't he?
Yes.
I mean, the first two albums, he did everything on them, didn't he?
Supposedly he plays roughly 19 instruments, and the crazy thing about it is he plays them all well.
Right.
It's not like one of these guys. Oh, he plays 19. He kind of no. He plays them all well. And yes, he was one of those guys. When he produced an album, he played all the instruments, and then he brought the band in.
Yeah.
And they say he's got thousands. They say he used to write 10, 15 songs a day. I'm sure he's got a lot of stuff that's probably not worth putting out. But there's probably a lot of great stuff he still has that we.
Yeah, I think one of the most canny things he did in the 80s when there was that bootleg album going around. And he went and he just said, right, I'll beat you. I'll record them and put them out as my own album. So it's there out in the thing. And I thought that was brilliant from him. He was a savvy businessman as well.
Yeah. Yeah, he was one of the first to sell off of his own website too.
Mm-hmm.
He followed. Well, Bowie, I think, really led the way. He started doing website, selling of his stuff back in the early mid 2000s, and it just kind of grew up from there.
Yeah, Prince was an amazing talent.
Yeah.
Right then. To me, right, the 50s and 60s are over. We're into the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
And what an artist! What an absolute killer artist!
Yes.
And
Of
the
course.
just love Tom Petty. I love his music. I love every album he's done. I love every song virtually of his. It's just killer. What can I say? His songwriting is just brilliant. Mike Campbell on the guitar, amazing. The drums as well, and all the other musicians which have come and gone have been just 5 stars. Yeah, love it. I own every album, and I own quite a lot of compilations and live albums as well. So massive Tom Petty fan. So anything Tom Petty, I tend to get it. So, yeah, Tom Petty.
Yeah, you can't go wrong, can you?
You can't. You just cannot. Tom Petty was huge for me. That album introduced me to Tom Petty, and it was like off to the races. I don't have every Tom Petty album, but I have the ones that interest me the most, which is, I think, Fair Enough.
Yeah, he had one of the most underrated pianists,
Yes.
Ben Montench.
Yes.
For sure.
I damn the Torpedoes, but of course everybody did.
It's such a good album.
Yeah.
It is a classic.
Wildflowers is huge for me, as is what's Southern Accents. Love that album. Love it. Love it. Okay. But I'm here to talk about the tunes.
Yeah. They're great.
This was introduced to me by my party circle in high school that played the living daylights out of this. Talk to You Later, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, all of that were like, our party songs. So then She's a Beauty came out, and amazingly, living in a small town in the Midwest, the Tubes came to our college town, brought the Tubes show, and if you know, you know. It's a little on the raunchy side. It's very Rocky Horror-ish, if you will.
Yeah.
Amazing live show, but what I remember audience going kind of like, what is this? They expected your conventional rock show, and it was nothing but. It was quite out there. But love the Tubes, love early Tubes, which is pretty more theatrical than this commercial side of Tubes. But followed them pretty much until they kind of imploded, if you will. But I think the Tubes are one of those underrated bands, and I really don't know if they had a following in the UK. Did they?
Yeah,
There were huge. That album you showed, of course, which had talk to you later. She's a Beauty is on that one, I believe, which is a great.
No, that's the one after that one. Is Inside Outside.
Inside. Yeah, you're right. Inside Outside. Yeah, so they had a few really powerful years where they were literally almost like mainstream, but it's almost like they did this. It was like underground, came up, got some notoriety, and then.
Exactly.
And then Fee Waybill left, and that was it. Once he left, because he was the showman. He's the guy that came out on the stilts, and stuff like that. So yeah, Tubes are awesome, man. So,
Are they the ones who did Drowning in Berlin?
No.
Well, that's the Mobiles, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Never mind.
Right, I'll come back to Nick then. I'll move on to Michael.
Hello.
Sorry. My bad.
Right, another band that my mum influenced me on, and another singer. She was a big fan of Frankie Valli.
Yeah,
4 Seasons. I've seen the Jersey Boys about 4 times. I know it's sad. I
love 4 Seasons.
I just love going to see the Jersey Boys.
Frankie Valli is still on stage doing
it.
I know.
Doesn't even sing, does he? Just mimed.
I don't care. I think it's fantastic.
But he's like 90 odd. Come on, give him some credit.
I love it.
I recognise that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. I really love this album, Nick.
K-Tel.
It's and for a K-Tel, it sounds pretty good.
It's K-Tel.
Yeah, it's a really good.
K-Tel came out with the greatest. I got a few K-Tel albums. They're awesome.
I mean, you don't get for a K-Tel you get some great pictures and a bit of story.
Short songs anyway, aren't they? They're like 2-3.
Yeah, and the songs are brilliant on here. It's a really good listen. I enjoy listening to that.
And the guy is on tour like right now, I think.
Yeah.
I know.
It's wild.
And if the Jersey Boys was to turn up in Northampton next week, I'd go and see it again.
Yeah.
What a great vocal group. Oh,
yeah.
Some great songs. Jeez.
Right, Nick's back. So, you've shown him, Nick.
Yeah, I'm all done, mate.
You're all done. So on to Michael then.
Yeah.
Well, this is an easy, no-brainer.
Oh, for sure.
Nothing much to be said. It's just pure brilliance all the way around. Jimi Hendrix Experience. He's got a live album that is very hard to find a vinyl of. It's called In the West, and it is a live album, man. It's just amazing. He does Oh, there must be like a 13-minute version of Voodoo Child, which
Ooh,
is probably
dang.
it's amazing. Red House, it's like Red House. You might as well just sink a needle into your arm, you know. So, but there you go, Jimmy.
Yeah. I'm going to be ranking some Jimi Hendrix live albums in a few weeks' time, Michael.
Do you have it in the West?
I've not got it as an album, but I have got a copy of it.
It's hard to find that album.
Yeah, it is very hard.
I used to have it before I sold my collection. I can't find it now.
No, so I love all the live stuff. I think it's incredible.
Yeah.
Right. Do we want to continue just showing the one, or should we kind of wrap this up? Because we are
We'll do it in doubles, eh?
doing doubles. Okay,
Yeah.
doing doubles.
All right. Who's next?
It's me, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, I've got 4 to show anyway.
Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 myself.
Right, late 90s then. 2 of these albums. Semisonic.
Oh yes.
I knew you were going to show that.
Know me well. I love the album. This album is so good. I think there was some regret actually by Dan Wilson when he released this. Because I think he knew there were more hits off this album than he actually realized. Because
Oh, why? You think he wanted to spread them out?
I think so. I think they made a bit of a mistake by making it too good. Maybe they could stretch it onto maybe another album of some of these hits on here, because you know, D&D is a great song. This will be my year, all worked out, California. She spreads her wings, gone to the movies. I mean, they're all great songs. What can I say? There's more hits on here than there is. It's a modern classic for me. Semisonic, feeling strangely fine, and yeah, love them. Love Semisonic. If only they would do more. And also, Blink-182. Love Blink-182. This was their first real big album. Take Off Your Pants and Jacket was the follow up from here, which may have been slightly better, but this is the album which blew me away.
Didn't they reunite recently?
They did. They did another album called One More Time, but it's not that good. It's average.
No. I'm talking about, like, didn't they reunite, like, doing live shows recently, like not that long ago?
Possibly.
I thought I heard Blink-182 was somewhere. Maybe
Uh,
it was a festival or something.
Right. I don't know. I don't think it'll be over in America though, won't it? It won't be anywhere else like in Europe, would it? I wouldn't have thought so.
No, they had their time in America, but they're one of those 90s bands that people kind of like, all right, you know, I don't know.
All the small things.
What was the big hit though? They had
Age Again, Dumpweed. There's just loads of great music on here. It's just, I love it. Don't get tired from it.
I've got 2 of their songs on my playlist, like my DJ playlist. I just don't remember which 2 they are.
You only need 2 albums. That's one of them. And Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. You don't need anything else. I don't think. Anyway, Richard.
So 2 more. Well, I have 3 left because you stole my Tom Petty, but that's fine. I'll forgive you. How about the Cards?
Of course.
Oh,
Iconic album cover, iconic album. How many hits off this thing? This
it's
is
a
a great
greatest hit.
new album.
Beach Boys, Richard.
Man, I played that thing to death.
Yeah, this album was ridiculous, and it was all over the radio. It was all over everywhere. And talk about a band who, you release a debut like this, and you wonder if they can maintain the momentum. They did for several albums that were kind of shaky. Candio is okay. Then you get songs like, is it not Drive? Is it Drive?
Yes.
Yes. And whoa, where did that come from? So yeah, fantastic album, fantastic band. And I know that Simon's going to appreciate this one because I want to talk about REM.
Oh yes, yes.
Document, definitely my favorite. Finest Work song, Exhuming McCarthy, all of those videos before they hit it huge with all the Losing My Religion stuff. I liked earlier REM and then when they got a little bit more mainstream, my interest progressively dropped. But some of their later albums are still good too. Reveal is a pretty solid album. But yeah, Michael Stipe and Company, talk about another band that's where everyone is still alive and they could get together and do something, but they just won't do it.
Around the Sun, I think that's got a good later album as well. Around the Sun.
Well, they did get together real. Michael Stipe jumped on stage with some of the guys at this one show.
That's true. Yeah, that was fairly recently.
It really doesn't count though. But Richard, I just saw an interview with REM, all the members. And the thing that surprised me so much is that I didn't realize Michael Stipe did not write any of the music. All the other members did even the drummer. Some of the big songs that they have were written by everybody else. They would normally write the music and then just take it to Michael Stipe and he would put lyrics to it.
Yep. Isn't that amazing? I mean, lyricist, but not a songwriter. You're like, really?
I really thought he was like,
that's why there wasn't a Michael Stipe solo album, which I thought was going to happen. There's your reason.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I thought for sure he was a part of the writing team, but no, literally everybody, even a drummer, it writes. It's great. I love to hear that kind of stuff,
Leaving New York, I love that song. Absolutely love it.
Blow that up again. Blow yourself up again.
Yeah, 1 second.
Oh. Yes. Yeah.
I think that was the tour I saw REM on. It's one of their last ones.
I love Orange Crush. I love that song.
Yeah, some good songs.
Boy in the Well's a good song here.
Oh,
yeah,
I
one of their later.
I
say it's later, but it's like 2005. It's like 20 years old.
Orange Crush is on Document, right?
No, it's.
Which one is that on?
Hang on.
Rain.
Oh no, Orange Crush.
Fables of the Reconstruction.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's the
one.
Yeah.
Right, Ian.
Okay, I love some of the American female singer-songwriters. One of my favorites, of course, is Carole King.
Uh-huh.
I picked this up for £2. And you can't go wrong with that. Let's go with the Jazz Man's on here, Been to Cane, and It's Too Late. It's a great little album. And my other favourite lady is Joan Baez. This is Volume 2 from 1961, when she was still in her folky days. Beautiful songs, beautifully written, and beautiful.
I have that one.
It's a brilliant album.
Yep, I have it.
Can't go wrong with Joan Baez.
Nope.
Yeah, big fan of hers.
If I come across any more, I'll send them your way, Ian.
Thank you very much. we get James last up here.
Yeah. So that's your two.
I've got two more, but do you want me to do them now?
No, we'll go around again. Michael's next.
All right.
Can I just say, I've just realised I found 3 12-inch singles by American artists I could show.
But
I'll wait my turn.
All right, okay.
One of the great 70s rock bands.
Oh, I love that band.
Indeed.
It's just really so underrated band. I mean, it's unbelievable. I had the pleasure. I've never seen Grand Funk, but I was able to see Mark Farner Mark Farner live, and he does all the Grand Funk stuff anyway. And he was main vocalist, although the drummer he did some of the vocals too. But wow, this is the only band. Their concert in New York. So, what stadium was it in? I forgot which stadium. They outsold the Beatles. They sold out the stadium faster than the Beatles. That year, Grand Funk Railroad was the biggest thing on the planet. On the planet. And for whatever reason, over time, they just dwindled. And well, the band itself is still going. Unfortunately, they kicked Mark Farner out of it, who was really the principal guy. And he still he's been begging them, come on, for the fans. They've been waiting. Let's get back together. He's been trying to get these guys to get back together with him for like 30 years, and they won't do it. So.
Yeah, well, I'd never heard of them until Tommy Vance on the Radio 1 rock show played a live version of We're an American Band one night, and it totally blew me away.
Mark Farner is one great,
absolutely killer. And, they're not so big over here, but there are people like myself that think they are brilliant.
They are, yeah. Now, I thought I'd throw out some tricky things here for you guys in case. This is Stevie Wonder.
Mm-hmm.
I put this one out in particular.
I had that.
This is Prague.
Yeah, I agree.
This is Prague. This is nothing like anything Stevie Wonder has ever done.
No.
Now, there's a couple of cuts on here that were radio friendly, but there is quite a bit of electronics on this album. And a lot of people don't realize Stevie Wonder was one of the first artists to mess around with Moog and a lot of the synthesizers of the day. There's a song on here that literally, Race Babbling sounds like damn near Kraftwerk, because it's got this rolling kind of electronic percussion, and it just keeps moving. This album is really cool. His compositions are very unique because a lot of music is patterned after Plant. So in other words, he'll name some of the songs and then he'll play music that's kind of experimental. But in case you've never heard this, check this out. It's very cool.
I brought that and I played it. And I thought, what the hell is this? I did not expect.
Now, did you like it though?
I didn't give it enough time. I played it once. And I just thought, nah, not for me. Maybe
I thought it was brilliant because he threw this out and nobody expected it.
It's a soundtrack, isn't it, for a document? Yeah. I've been listening to a lot of Stevie Wonder because I'm going to be doing a ranking very shortly. I won't say, but I was really. All I'll say is I'm really impressed with that album.
Yes.
You're making me feel bad.
Hey, you can always go back and revisit what you missed.
Yeah. Anyway, Nick, you got something to show? Yeah? Some singles or something?
Yeah, I'll show these three quick. I won't get too deep into them. You might recognise that one, Simon.
Oh yes, I remember that. Yeah, once in my collection.
That's right.
Boy, could he move?
Oh yeah.
Been watching some old black and white footage of him, and Christ Almighty, some of the moves he was doing and make me wince.
Yeah,
love that one. Living in America,
dance ripping music.
Yeah. Tone Loc, Wild Thing.
Oh, all right. Now you go way back there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Of course, he was in the Ace Ventura film, Pet Detective.
Yeah, he was. Yes, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look the bit at the end when they discovered Captain Winky, and they're all. Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? Rap music is disappearing from mainstream now. They said consecutively for the last several years, like the top 20 songs on like Billboard and stuff, for the last several years have been dwindling. You've been finding less and less rap now and hip hop popping up.
Is that because of the sampling involved in the rap music?
No, I just think it's because it's just a change. It's time for music to go through a transition. Rap and hip hop have been big for 40 some odd years now. I think people are waiting for a revolution of something fresh, and I know I am. I don't think there's anything really incredibly different that has happened yet.
No.
Sorry, Nick. Go ahead. I shouldn't interrupt.
It's all right. Finally, for me, nowadays she looks like mutton dressed as lamb, but
Oh, yes.
We love
Back
Madonna.
on
my favourite Madonna tune.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
She
there
is
you go.
one of the most powerful women in music.
I don't think anyone's shown Madonna yet.
No, I mean, I think the last decent album she made was Ray of Light, but that's my opinion.
I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the last album she made that was quality.
My last two then are off the sort of punk genre. Well, you can call it punk, but it's kind of like commercial punk, isn't it? Really. So we've got Green Day, international super.
Call that fun.
Yeah, love Green
What
Day.
was that again? I thought I heard somebody say something.
I said I think I call Green Day punk.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd say it's punk. Maybe the punk purists might not agree. I don't know. But I love it. And a similar vein to that, I picked Wheatus. I don't actually own the debut on vinyl. This is the second album, but I've always liked Wheatus.
I am not familiar. What the heck is Wheatus?
They sung the song "Teenage Dirtbag."
Which you must hear. It is so good.
It is, yeah, it is.
After this stream, I'll look it up. Wheatus.
You would have heard it, surely. You would have heard.
Yeah, I
Teenage
think, I mean, even I've heard of.
Now, is that punk as well? Is that punk?
Dirtbag. Yeah, I would say they're falling punk.
Huh. Surprised I haven't heard of them.
But this album was promoted really poorly by Sony, which kind of was a big letdown, I think, for the band. They put this crap kind of cover on it, but the album is actually really good. If you give it time, I mean, all the songs here are really, really good. I think it's just as good as their debut, maybe even better actually. But yeah, and this is Wheatus, Hand Over Your Loved Ones. So if you find this on CD, Richard, if you haven't got it, it might be worth picking it up.
Yeah, I have the debut for sure. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Yeah, pick this up if you can. So yeah, that's my two.
Cool.
Yeah, that's everything for me. Is that it? Is anyone else?
I've got two more.
I've got two more as well.
You got one more. Right,
I'll
Richard.
go quick. I promise. I only have one. All right. Bob Mould. If you don't know Bob Mould, if you've heard of Husker Du, if you've heard of Sugar, Copper Blue, massive album in the 90s, then you've heard of Bob Mould. I've followed Bob Mould since the beginning with Husker Du because, again, I grew up in the Midwest. Bob Mould and Husker Du were coming out of Minneapolis. So albums like Zen Arcade and New Day Rising and all of those, totally in. This is his newest one. So talk about longevity. This guy's been around doing music since the late 70s all the way into the current day, and he's still massively popular, at least in the United States, but they're doing a UK tour, I think, soon. He does a lot of, his solo albums are usually trio electric. I think he's doing a solo electric tour right now. It's just him on a guitar, an amp, and he goes to town, and it is bloody brilliant. So new album's called Here We Go Crazy. It is as good as anything he's done. So if you're like, oh, I should look into Bob Mould, you could start here and it would be a good place to start.
Right, I shall do that.
Yeah, Here We Go Crazy is a brilliant album. This is going to rank in my top 10 for sure.
Oh,
for the year.
well, I'll take. Yep, I will go with that one.
There you have it. That's all I got. 'Cause that was my last one.
That's your last. On to Ian.
Okay, you, Simon, you said about an album that was always in the car when you was a kid.
Yeah.
Well, that was mine.
Oh, bread. Yeah.
The Sound of Bread. This was always on a. Dad brought it, recorded it, put it on a cassette, and put it in the car.
It's so laid back, isn't it?
Oh yeah. They're like the Crosby, Stills, and Nash-ish kind of thing. Or
Yeah, I mean, and I know I love. I mean, I've got David Gates' first solo album as well because I think that's brilliant. But yeah, I'm a big fan. And my last one is the first album that I ever remember in my my music.
Of course.
I was 4 years old, and I know this album, and I always remember Baby Driver because it scoots down the road. But I mean, I remember this album as a kid because Dad had this, and it was played constantly in our house. And I love this album. I love all the Simon Garfunkel, but for me, this is just hit after hit after hit.
I'm glad someone's shown Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, it's such an iconic cover. I love the picture on the back as well.
Yeah,
it's just
classic. It's a classic album which you can pick up for like pence.
It really is.
Considering they hated each other's guts by the time they made this, it's a brilliant album.
Yeah, it's crazy about these two guys. And for the longest time, I thought Garfunkel might have been a little too big for his own britches. But just recently, not that long ago, Paul Simon finally revealed something? I was a jerk off back then. Mm-hmm. He finally admits that he could play a part in the demise of the band. I think they both are just big on ego.
Yeah, I mean, I saw an interview with Paul, and he was on about when they did that reunion in
Central Park. Yeah,
Central Park, and he said the set list was over. People didn't come to listen to my songs; they wanted to listen to our songs. But I insisted that a lot of my songs won in, and he regrets that.
Yeah,
and I think he's right because I don't like that performance one bit because I would want to see them doing all their classic hits as a duo. I don't want to hear Paul Simon having a showboat, and that's all it is. And Paul Simon said he regrets that. So I think as he's got older, as Michael said, there's a lot of regret there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Shame.
Right, Michael.
Yeah. Okay, my final two.
The
Great. Ray Charles.
Oh, great album.
This album, yes, it is. It is so cool. Just the perfect Sunday morning. Grab yourself a cup of coffee and just sip, or a spot of tea, and just kick back. His version of Ring of Fire. I'm sorry, I like Willie Nelson, but his version of Ring of Fire is better. Great album. And then this one's a little bit of a surprise. Not the people themselves, but the album itself. I'm a huge Hall & Oates fan.
I didn't know that.
Now, this album is John Oates. That guy. He said this might be their least favorite album that they ever made, and to me, it's probably one of their best.
Really?
Yeah, because it's dark. It is this, and it's experimental. There's I believe Robert Fripp is on here as well, because Daryl Hall and Robert Fripp are friends, really good friends. Daryl Hall came out with a solo album in the 70s that's produced by Robert Fripp. You should check it out. It's very, very different. But on this particular album, John Oates does, I think, some of the better songs on here. There's a song called The Emptiness, which is a very dark song. Love Hurts, Love Heals. Even just the songs, the names, where the girl who used to be, Bad Habits and Infections, You Must Be Good for Something. It is unlike any Hall & Oates album you've ever heard. I encourage you to buy this for the progginess behind it and how moody this album and experimental this album actually is. There you go.
Cool.
Well done.
Well done. Right, we could have made 2 streams out of this, couldn't we?
Easily.
Yeah. It's been fun actually. I really enjoyed it. So yeah,
It's been some great albums shown by everybody.
it has been. Yeah. So, thank you everybody. Thank you Richard, Ian, Michael, for jumping on this and showing your records. Do appreciate it. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. So much thanks to you guys.
No problem.
I'm gonna wrap things up now because it's like over 3 hours, so it's a bit of an epic live stream this one. Just as well I'm doing it fortnightly.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you for everyone who watched and made comments. Do appreciate it. So I'm gonna end it here. So that's it. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.